It's about 5 days, isn't it? No, it's probably more. It's probably 6 days since we went live last. And I did promise that before I left that I was thinking I would be live. We go on questions, but I didn't. Long story. My family came. A few relatives came, and they came with presents and stuff like that. So I couldn't just run up to the room and leave them sitting in that downstairs. Basically, I couldn't just do that. So I had to be generous and stay down and talk to them. I'm sure people can understand. But then the rest of the few days, I'm just walking away, and I've just been busy running around the place. So yeah, it's a long story. I was helping the person too. There's a person I know that's moving. I'm helping them to moving a few boxes into the house and help them moving it in and out. Of the neighbours helping them out too, bring stuff out to their house, to their new house and things like that. So I'm helping them out too. So that's why too. So that's what it was last night, and I was there the night before. Hello, Adam. How was your Christmas? It's been a while, yes indeed. So I did promise we would listen to this CD from St. Pat's for Cats Support, Zeto and Calvin. And do you remember these old yokes? Hello, Paul. How are you doing? It's Christmas still in my eyes. Well, technically, so and to the 6th, I suppose, of January, because they call that letter Christmas, and that's really supposed to be the last day of Christmas. But yeah, do you remember this? So we'll be listening to this CD and this. Look forward to exactly, Paul. But anyway, how was your Christmas, everybody? So again, apologies, as I explained there a second ago, a lot was going on the last few days. But yeah, I try and get back to the routine now of streaming every once in a while. But yeah, just making sure we're fine. So we'll give it a second. Yeah, that's it's all working well. So yeah, it might be that I tried to put it in on my Xbox, right? Let me see. Actually, could do you better. Yeah, not that way. Let me see. What kind of would it work? I wonder if we put it in like that. Not it would. Would it work? I wonder. Just give me a sec. No, I don't think it is working. It's probably not up to date with this card. Maybe it's the other one. Let me see.
AUX mode.
It might be in business, but there's a whole ringing noise with it. Let me see. I don't know why it's ringing. No. We might be in business. Just give me that.
I don't wanna meet your parents. I'm standing outside your door.
Let me see. There. So yeah, we might be in business. That's good. I got it working. See, it's an old yoke. This is from about 2002, 2003. So, what do? It's fine. Yeah. Just turn down a small bit. It was actually pretty loud. Anyway. But anyway, how's everybody doing? My Christmas is great. That's good, Adam. Loads of presents from Zoom. So yeah, there's 12 musics, 12 bit of music on this, and I said we would listen to it on Christmas, but as I say, I didn't get around to it, unfortunately. So yeah, we listen to it. But it's hardly copyrighted, Davey, now. And also, you're not supposed to be on your holidays. Why are you here at the moment? I thought I said to you no walking until the 6th. Let me see. No, it's hardly copyrighted now. Charlie Kennedy. And it's plus the people that sing and say bands. But anyway, Davey, we have to have words now if you're walking when you're supposed to be on your bike. Hello, Myers, how are you? Border and make everything simple. Well, you have your break, Davey, as I said to you. So you can be here if you want to, but you don't have to do anything. Oh yeah, well, I still have this on. I'm still getting around. Oh, it's probably again these people that sing are only people in Sabbaths and sing. There we are. That was lovely. It was lovely. Thank you. It was busy, but it was lovely. Hello, Sean. How are you? Again, we listened to the track. Do you remember this track? It was ever we listened to it, so we listened to it. That's what we're doing. I know it's a bit late for the Christmas songs, people already say it, but we still listen to them. I got that, yeah, I got a good few versions. obviously, sorry, messages, emails, or something. Yeah, I have tea actually. Actually, thanks for reminding me, Miles. It just reminded me. I brought up tea. It might be a bit cold now. You see, we're setting this up as long as we use this. It's about since 2003 or 2004 since I used this last. Well, actually, no, I tell a lie. I think I used it last year at one stage. I turned it on just to see was it working. But again, it's still working. It's again, I stick by the thing I said years ago. Things that were made years ago are made to last. If that was something like new nowadays, it would break within a year. Aye, New Year's Eve. Hopefully we'll be live New Year's, hopefully. Into the 6th, yeah, exactly what I said. Little Christmas is called, yeah. Exactly what I said. Technically speaking, yeah. Technically speaking. That's usually when I would take down my decoration, start taking them down on the 6th. I would not on the 6th, but after the 6th. Just the day afterwards. Yeah, that's usually when I take them down, after the 6th. Like 7th. Or the 8th or something. Miller, everybody had a good Christmas. Good to hear. Good to hear. That's usually the way we always did it then. Like after the 6th we take it out. Because that's basically when Christmas ends, in our opinion. I know people would differ. I've known a few people that as soon as Christmas was over, they fucked the tree back into the box and threw it back up in the attic. I'm just cautious that's a bit too loud. Which, by the way, oh no, this thing could die. Where's the charger? Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. There might be a bit of a problem here now. This is the $1 million question. When to put the charger in this here? It's not fully charged, so give me a second. No, not pizza party. Where am I charging? Fucking literally. Emergency powers. Where am I? Hold it. Turn down first. That should stay on, hopefully. Fucking everything's in here. Hello, Tony. How are you? How was your Christmas? Sorry, everything's happening at the moment. Yeah, look, it's not charged. Obviously, I have a charge in there, so hopefully we'll cut off as long as we can get it. Oh, you off, Adam? Take care. Good to see you. Yeah, happy late Christmas, Tony. But what I was going to say, as I say, this is still on sale, these CDs for Cats to Support. If you're in Cavan and you happen to see one of these in the shop, pick it up. Just to say, not sponsored, obviously. It's for a good cause. No, I'm not going to the pub now. I'm not going to the bar. I hadn't got time. The last few, I wouldn't have went anyway, but there was a thing on, I don't know where it was. I seen that, yeah, Sean. I seen that. Joe, anything you send to me in emails, I always see. I might not reply to it, but I always see it. So I'm happy to see that. As long as he's happy with it, and that's the main thing. That's all that matters. Well, yeah, the people in St. Pat's, the children in St. Pat's, the young lads in St. Pat's recorded this. So it's their own music, I think. I think they're making their own music. I don't think it's like only Christmas songs. Because you can hear it in the background. You just go to the Cavan support group for cancer. So let's go to a local Cavan charity.
really looking forward to the break. She runs the power, 6 years ranked with all the work that's come their way. They're not too anxious about
About the
leaving
sneeze.
yet. It still looks far away. It looks much closer after Christmas.
Hey, excuse me, sorry, I knew it was about to sneeze. I even said it. I could feel it coming on. I will talk this out. There is something else I need to talk about. I should have probably said at the beginning. But anyway, we'll listen to this first and then we talk about it. Oh no, Jesus! No need to, Sean. No need to type me. It's Christmas time, you know. It's about giving. I don't do things to look for tags now, you know. So, but anyway, I take stuff. When is Tidy Chance? Well, I've been out pounding around the last few days. Like, I'm going like a fucking waste horse the last few days. Kicks, Tony. Jesus, I haven't great time. But yeah, no, I've been going like a waste horse the last few days, trying to get things done. Because as I said at the beginning of the stream, I helped somebody move. I was helping them move in boxes earlier on last night. So that's why I couldn't arrive. I got home at 11:30, going on 12 o'clock. So it was a long night last night. Hello, Connor. How are you? Did I say hello to you? How are you doing? You're going, Connor. Take care. I didn't even know you were here. I hope you're keeping well. Helping a girl, no. Well, I suppose it's a family. I suppose it's a dad and a mum and 2 kids. It's helping them move the furniture and stuff like that. I still have to go. I have to go and help them on the next one of the days coming up again. I was just helping them move stuff out of the cow and stuff like that. So I should look at them happy enough. They're happy they have a new house. They're wetting it out, so and they're all delighted with it. So. Voucher with a woman's cougar. Voucher with a woman's cougar, no. I will talk about the finances. Usually every Christmas we talk about the finances, how much we spent and all that, on giveaways and stuff like that. I already put it up in the community post, but I talk about it now after this, and I have a second or two to speak. But we will be another hour of this. I just sing the songs. I get into that now in a second, but it's on my community post if you want to just briefly look at it. Yeah, I say it'd be probably pretty. Well, it's pretty bad. I can see from myself it's bad enough in some areas. I already have dealt with some of it, but still a lot more to deal with now. And if you look at it, a lot of stuff going on at the moment. Closed boxes have a not really closed boxes, just kind of household rubbish. That's basically the majority of it. It's just people with Christmas parties and stuff like that. Like New Year's now would be terrible. Fresh tea talking about. Well, it's up in the. I'm sure people have seen it, you know, the finances. It's not as much. I go into all the details now in a second, but yeah, of course, I came across a good bit already. I've been called out to different things. But it's not as probably going to be as bad as it's going to be now, probably after New Year's. New Year's will be the test now, because there'll be Christmas parties, there'll be New Year's parties, you know yourself. Like already, I have already went out myself to a few Christmas parties, because you can tell, because there was throwaway plates, throwaway cups, you know yourself. So people probably had a Christmas dinner and had throwaway plates and stuff like that. That's basically what they fucked out. And you look at, you know, that's basically it. And you have wine bottles, alcohol bottles. You know, but New Year's is going to be 10 times worse, let's put it that way. So if you have seen nothing lets on, that's the worst part of it. And then I had to deal with St. Stephen's Day. On St. Stephen's Day now, it was terrible stuff and I had to deal with. There was 2 swans, and literally they were torn to pieces. I don't know what I think a wolf or something got to them, or some kind of animal got to them, because they literally were torn to bits. And I had to go and lift them off the side of the road, because literally there's bits of them lying everywhere. So that was pleasant. So what I mean by pleasant was very disgusting though. Yeah, Black Sax. Yeah, well, we have to wait and see after New Year's, and then that'll tell how bad it's gonna be. But sure, look, if we wait and see, hopefully people learn the lesson. But look, it doesn't look like. For what I see so far now, in the last few days, as I say, that's the reason why too it wasn't live, because we've been flat out the last few days. And that even, I don't know what even it was, but whenever I was live last time, I was going to go live that night, but a few family came and I couldn't just leave them downstairs and be like, fuck yous, I'm going out to do a bit of work, you know. I was going to go out and do something, and then they came along, and then I was going to go live after I came back and done, after going out. But sure, look at, things never go to plan sometimes. That's it. But you look at that here now as much. That's maybe. And hopefully it'll be live tomorrow and the rest of the nights, but it's hard to tell. Maybe probably New Year's, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, well, I don't know what kind of a thing is, but obviously it was some fish you see up kind of, whatever it was. It might have been an alsatian or something. But basically the swan, there's nothing basically left of it. The two swans, basically just flesh lying around the roads. That's basically what it was. So whatever God had of them, whatever it was, I don't even know what it was, but sure. Bits of flesh and bits of guts and stuff like that, and I had to lift all that up and put it in the bag and take it off the side of the road. So it was not the pleasantest thing, but yeah, that's what I had to do. It's even smaller. But anyway, and then it wasn't the worst. I came across a lot worse now, but it's still the bird flu too. The bird flu is around. Generally, you're told not to do it now at the moment. You're told to wait for somebody to wing some crowd to lift the boards off, but look at, I wasn't going to wing them because Stephen Stain said, could you come out and lift this? Because generally we were told by the overseers not to lift the boards, whatever kind of boards, no matter what they died from, not to lift them. But you look at, just to disobey them, that's what I say. There's no pedassing around. But there was nothing really left of them, so I don't know how you could get the board blue. There's nothing left of them. It was just flesh and guts, that's basically what was left. I couldn't recognise it nearly. Hello, Alan. Sorry, excuse me, I was popping there. How are you? Very good, very good. Exactly, but I don't know about 6 months of it. But make them go out. What I said to you, Sean, make them go out and clean it up. Make them go out and do community service. Make them suffer, basically. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that alone, and you shame them, I suppose, to put them in the paper and shame them. That's the only way to get to them. Because I think putting them in prison too, it's just, prison's like a holiday in this country, to be totally honest. So I think we should just shame them and make them go and do a bit of work, Because a few hours, 6 or 7 hours, after one time on a Saturday evening, giving up the Saturday evening community service, they might think otherwise of doing something again, Well, you could do that too, but you'll probably be arrested for doing that now. Like, this is the worst part. If somebody was legally dumping and you went to tackle them and give out to them, you'd probably get prison for that. That's the way the little country's gone. Like, if you said boo to somebody, you'd probably get arrested. It's just the lowest backwards in this country. But as I say to people, if you see somebody illegally dumping rubbish or anything like that, straight away get out your phone and record them, put it up on social media. That's the only way to basically get them. But anyway, in a few years' time, we're hopefully coming to the municipal authorities in Cavan are talking about that. Well, they are seriously talking about it now. They are talking about getting videos, when they have videos of people, because I've seen videos, I know about videos and stuff like that. But they don't put them up on social media because they wait to bring them to court, to show them in court, basically, of them doing it. But now they're talking about, instead of putting it in court, we put it on social media just to shame them. To show it to the employees, find out where they work and show it to employees. That's what we're talking about at the moment. Because basically the only way to get them is just to shame them into not doing it anymore. And it's the unfortunate that we have to do that, but there's no other way to get through to these people. And it's not, and as I said before, it's not like they can't afford. Half of these people, there's genuine people that can't afford to pay for the rubbish to get it collected. I understand that. I've come across cases like that before, and that's obviously understandable. But there's people out there that just couldn't be asked to pay for it, and that's the worst part of it. And they have 3 or 4 cows and have a big house and farm and land. I've come across many cases like that, and they have more money than you or me has in the bank. As I say, there's one person one time that had $500,000 in the bank in the farm and land. So, I'm sure you could go to the job. Oh, you were out in St. Stephen's there. Very good, Adam. Good. Adam. Sorry. But you're very good of you to give up St. Stephen's Day to do your duties as you usually do. Thank you for that. Thank you for doing that. Where we are? Well, number 6 now on the track. I don't know if you can hear that well. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm liking the music now. I didn't get to listen to it only till now. Oh yeah, well, serious stuff, but yeah. Like as I say, there's people coming from Lockford up to the other side of Cavan to Dub. So basically, they're coming through in the night. So again, how sad of a life do you have? Because obviously, I will say this. Just stop the count for a second. No, I will say the reason why, because it's obviously more difficult to prosecute people outside different boundaries of different counties. You have to talk to the municipal authorities. You have to talk to the other councils, and there's just a big rigmarole in the justice system in trying to do it. So that's why people come from Lockford and Westmead to Dub and Cavan. The same with people from Cavan go to Westmead to Dub rubbish. It's a joke. People drive hours and hours and hours to Dub rubbish in another county. It doesn't make any sense, but anyway, because again, there's a loophole there where it takes forever to bring people to court from outside the county. Like again, there's one person I could think of from the other side of Dublin, like near enough the Meath border with Dublin, right? And he comes to Cavan and he dubs in Meath too. Like he dubs in them 2 counties, and he's up in Dublin and he doesn't. He has no record up in Dublin for dub and stuff because he comes to Cavan and Meath and dubs them. And we're waiting for him to be brought to court for years and years at this stage. But it's just the legal system is just completely fucked. But I know, because it'd be different if he was in Cavan, it would be a lot easier. I found a lot of fresh gas in Tesco car park to move from our. Well, very good that you give up your time as a St. Stephen's Day. We'll continue on with this anyway. But yeah, no, I don't see the sense of why people do that. Oh, hello Claire, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. How was your Christmas? We'll be probably live anyway. Today is the 30th, let's say. We'll be definitely probably live maybe Saturday night, please God. Going into New Year's. We probably will. I do think we will. Now after that, I don't know. Because we have to see after New Year's what it's going to be like. So it's going to be. I was basically just out and tidy that. I didn't really do anything Christmas. So basically, I explained my Christmas morning, basically. So basically, I got up and went out. I went out and then there was a swim on down there. I had to go down to that. And then, it was around, I went back for Christmas dinner around 2 or 3. And I stayed for that. And then the rest of the day was just basically out. I wasn't really here at all. So, I wasn't really here half of the time. I was here for about an hour Christmas. I was here Christmas morning for about 20 minutes too, but that's about it. I didn't stick around. I kind of went out and done something. Because I couldn't just sit here and do nothing, basically. I have to go out and do something. Even though my leg got a bit worse there over the last few days. It was kind of aggravated. I don't know. It was kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of very itchy, very aggravated. I don't know why. But it's kind of got a lot better now. At least I can put it on the ground. At least I can put my foot on the ground. And it doesn't hurt like it is now. Like I have my foot on the ground. Now before that I had my foot up in the air. It was sore to put down on the ground. So yeah, it's a lot better now than it was. But it was aggravated now the last few days. I will say that. It's very aggravated now the last few days. But it's got better now the last 2 days. Yeah, I got chocolate. Got a few bits of the chocolate. I had a few bits of chocolate earlier tonight. What presents did you get? I show one of them in a while. I'm not going to show you now, but I'll show you at some point in the days to come, basically. I don't have the thing. I have the other thing here. I don't have it with me now at the moment. It's downstairs, but I'll bring it up to maybe tomorrow. I suppose. But yeah. Yeah, because it was painful now there. I was painful there since Stephen's Day. I could feel it itchy and it was very aggravating and very sore. I don't know what happened. I think it just got blood. I don't know why. It could have been blood poisoning. So I don't know what was it. But I kept it very clean now, and I don't know why it was like that. But see, even when I was on the bike, like I went around on the bike for a good bit of the day, on Christmas and things before during Christmas and after Christmas, a good bit up until probably yesterday. I started walking around a bit more instead of using the bike. So because I felt a bit better with myself walking, and I felt a bit more confident walking around that I wasn't going to heel over at any stage. Because it was a lot more easy to pedal the bike than it was to walk around and put pressure on your foot. But yeah, it was a lot better now. But anyway, yeah, like the way the nail was probably rusted. I didn't look at the nail now. I wasn't back out there. I probably have to go back out there. But the nail probably was rusted to the core and it could have been their donkey's heels. So but anyway, I'm fine now. It wasn't like the leg's a lot better now than it was. Like there on St. Stephen's the other day, or Christmas morning. Now it was crown, so now I thought I would have to get it amputated the way it was going on. It was basically dragging myself around. But lucky again, as I say, lucky I had the bike and I was going around on the bike and I was putting very little pressure on it, but it still was aggravating when I was on the bike. I could feel it when I was on the bike. I could feel it burning and just aggravating and itchy. And even though I didn't even have a sock on my leg because it was that itchy. I couldn't get the sock on because it was itchy and it was just sore and it was awful. And then my shoe up against it was awful too. But anyway, it's in the past now, thankfully. But yeah, it was not nice. Let's put that in. But thankfully it's better now, and hopefully it won't happen again. That's all I ask for. Because again, it was in the most awkward hoover spot, and in heel. No, I didn't go to the hospital. I probably should have went to the hospital, but I didn't go to the hospital. Because I would have been waiting donkey's heels and asking about it if we seen things. But anyway, it's better now. Like I continued on with it then. Like the nights too, one of the nights I took a bit of a break too, but that's about it. But yeah, no, I didn't go to the hospital now because he would have been waiting 5 to 6 hours to be seen an accident, just to be seen, And I don't know what they could have told me. They probably would have just given me that injection for the, when you get a needle or whatever stuck in you, whatever you call it, like a worst thing or whatever, to give you an injection. I don't know what it's called. But I remember somebody got a nail, what they call one of them thumbtacks, or what's the thumbtack stuck in the woods, and then to go in and get an injection for it. It was pretty much the same. A nail probably would be worse than a thumbtack, whatever. But look, I'm not dead. As I said to somebody yesterday, I'm not dead. I'm not dead yet. There's no need. I wouldn't mind, but I always say this. There's a priest that doesn't live in this parish, obviously, but he's in the neighbouring parish, right? And he heard about me hurting myself because people around here thought I was dying. They thought I was dying because I wasn't moving as fast as I used to move, right? Because I was dragging myself around basically. But yeah, the priest thought I was dying. Yeah, exactly. That's a tetanus injection. That's exactly it. I remember somebody got a thumbtack, and a rusty thumbtack looking at the get tetanus. So maybe I should have probably got that, but I didn't look. I'm not going to go in and look about it because if I'm fine now, then there's no need to go in and pressurise the emergency officers and anything like that. But yeah. So hello Kira, 1 second. But yeah, there was a priest in another parish and he thought I was dying. He was saying, hey, he came over he stopped the car when I was on the bike. He was like, how are you doing? And I was like, Father, I'm not dead yet. There's no need for the funeral yet. Because I thought he was asking me, how long are you going to live, basically. That's what I took it up as he was saying. And a lot of people around here thought I was dying too. Because a lot of people around here were like, oh, how are you all nicey with me? And like, I'm not dead yet to people. Because I was dragging myself around now, Christmas morning. Like a lot of people see me dragging myself around and thought I was dying. Because I could see by people who thought I was dying, and I was not. I shouldn't probably been out at all, but I went out and pondered myself around, and even though I do think a lot of people thought I was dead, like I was dying. But anyway, it was good. It was good to see the priest. I should have recorded them now. I actually think I have it on my body cam. I wouldn't do it to the priest now. But yeah, I thought it was funny now when the priest came up and asked me how I was doing and how are you feeling and how are you doing, and that's what he was like. I was like, Father, I'm not dead yet. have a few more years to go yet. So it was good. It was good to see. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I know that," but he didn't specifically say, you know. But I knew by the way he was acting and the way he kind of said, "How you feeling? How you doing?" That he obviously knew that I wasn't doing the best. Let's put it that way. In terms of my injury, but anyway, as I said, I'm still here too. I'm still alive, so that's the good thing. But anyway, at least I didn't have to get that injection. But anyway, Kevin, how are you doing? I hope you had a good Christmas. We're listening to the St. Pat's. It's for charity. It's for cancer support group. It's cancer support centre in Cavan. So they do this every Christmas. They put out a CD, and we meant to listen to it a few days ago. So if you're in Cavan and you happen just to see this CD, you know, maybe give it a buy. If anybody's in Cavan and happen to go past it, or we see it in the shops, because it's still on sale. It's very, very worthy cause, and it's for a local Cavan charity. So, you know, do make sure you check it out. And obviously the students, I just pause for a second because I can't hear myself think for a second. The students have recorded these music, the students are playing, the students are singing it. So, you know, obviously the students put in a lot of work too in St. Pat's too. And then co-spots about Cavan County Cancer too. So, you know, do check it out. So, yes, it's okay, Meet the Parents 2022. That's the name of the CD. So, you know, make sure to check it out. But yeah, things. I haven't got another copy of my phone now. I don't think we'll be able to send it to you now. But maybe if I could come across one, I don't know if I can now. But if I come across, maybe I see if I can. But there's no promises now. But if I come across another one, I will. Because the time I went in and got it, that was the only one that was there. So if I come across another one, I'll see if I can. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good Christmas. Sorry I didn't answer you instantaneous there because I was just talking about something else and it was good. And I would have forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, so I'm an old boomer too. Do you remember these audios? Yeah, I have your address somewhere here. But as I say, I see if I can see if I get you one. But that's no promises now, Alan. I don't know where I have one. It might be all gone because again, I got this before Christmas, so people probably bought them up like hotcakes. Because where I got it, you know, they had 3 or 4 CDs, and I got the last one because it was going like hotcakes. A lot of people buy them at Christmas now around here. So I don't know where you'll be able to get. We'll be able to get. But as I say, I have a look for it, but I honestly don't think there's any left. But there might be one somewhere, but I have to look into it. Can you copy it? I don't know how to copy a CD now. I need to try a 12. That's all. Well, anyway, what are we taking so far of the music? I know sometimes I'm probably talking over it. Well, as I say, I look into it, but I don't know where we'll be able to get to. Because I say they're all gone, to be totally honest. There might be one somewhere, but I don't know. I mean, I could speak. I know one of the teachers that said that, so I could speak. But I don't know. I'll see if I can see one in the shop now. But the man said when I bought it, we had 4 or 5 there, and they were all gone. I got the last one. So. And that's in one shop, so there were other shops too, but I don't know. They're probably all gone. Again, that's before Christmas, so they're probably all gone, the cupcakes. Because last year, let me just say so. I think the ways with this CD last year, which is good, I think the ways 4,000 or 5,000 euro from it, because there were loads of people bought, and I think they sold, I think it was 1,000 copies or 2,000 copies. So, they made a lot of money basically, and it's good to see from it. So they made a lot of money, and obviously that goes to the Cats support group in Cavan. So obviously that's very, very good that they did, and hopefully they made the same amount, or even more hopefully. But I don't know the whole numbers for this year now, but I can ask them. But I don't think they would have the CDs. Like I was saying about the teacher there, I don't think he would have the CDs, because if you owned the shops, probably they would have them. I don't think they would have it. I don't even know, does he probably have anything to do with it? Guess what? Have a guess. Have a guess what I just seen on Twitter here. We're barely in the 2023 yet, 2024. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. But would you like to guess? Have a guess. Somebody have a guess for a second. What I just seen here. Have a guess. Have a guess. Somebody have a guess. I will look into it, but I can't promise anything, to be totally honest with you. But I can look into it for you. But there's nothing. If I can get it, I can get it. I'll send it to you. If I can't, I can't. And that's basically all I can do for you. But yeah, anybody want to have a guess what I'm looking at the moment? So, anybody want to have a guess? Have a guess. Nobody want to have a guess, right? Should I continue for a second? So basically, we're not even in the 2023 yet, and it's nearly the new year, and then Norma Foley comes along, like this. Like, let's be fair now. Norma Foley comes along and says, if you're going to do the Leaving Cert this year, you know what? You're going to have to wait a few more months too. When they do the Leaving Cert, the way it should come out at the beginning of the school term in September. Well, you know what? You probably have to wait until December. Yes, because Norma Foley says so. Very good New Year's present, Norma Foley. Thank you very much, Norma. Norma Foley always has to ruin the fun somehow. The incompetence here it's beyond me. How Norma Foley can, how can she do this? Like, the incompetence in the highest level. I don't know. Typical Norma Foley, just typical. It's always had to do stuff. Typical. She always knows people having fun on New Year's and what's the ruin everybody's fun. Hello, Vienna. How are you? Hope your Christmas is going well. I just turned out a small bit more. Sorry. Apologies for that. That's good, to be honest. Sorry about that. I was just replying to that tweet on Twitter there. Yeah, but number 4 he's at it again. Another year of number 4 to be missed. No, please kill me. Come again.
To celebrate on Christmas morn. The Christmas bells are ringing.
I'm not even going to question that though.
The lights are shining. Darkness is hiding. Everyone is waiting for Christmas Day to come. Santa is coming down the chimney. What will he bring me?
I heard that, yeah.
And the snowman, waiting for Christmas Day to come. The Christmas bells are ringing, the fire is singing, the lights are shining, darkness is hiding. Everyone is waiting for Christmas Day to come.
Well, we're nearly finished anyway, but I think there's 3 more songs. 3 more songs. That was about an hour, give or take. I stopped for a few minutes. Give or take. That we wore 10 euros.
So get together, celebrate Christmas, let them know how lucky we are. So get together, celebrate Christmas, let them know how lucky we are. So get together, celebrate Christmas, let them know how lucky we are. Let them know how lucky we are.
When are you taking that? After the 6th, so about the 7th or so. They rotated that Christmas Eve. So 7 to 8. But would I say be the 7th now? Because usually we always do the 7th after Little Christmas time, the 6th. Because that's basically when Christmas should end. Oh, I have it written down. I actually wrote it down there just to remind me. But I honestly don't think I'll be able to get to it, but I see what I can do. As I say, I see what I can do. But I won't be in town now. I won't be in town for a while now. It'll be definitely, before I can check now, it'll be after New Year's now. Because I'll be back to work now after New Year's. And that's the only reason why I'll be in town. Because it's not, I can't get into the local shops down here, unfortunately. So it'll probably in the town. So I'll go into the town at some stage. But I can't go in yet. Till I'm back to work. So it'll be after New Year's now before I can check. We're back to work. I'm back to work on the 6th too. So. 6th is when too. I didn't check that actually. Oh no, it's not the 6th that we're back. Oh no, we're back in the night so yeah. So I'll be in anyway probably that weekend in town. It's Friday, next Friday. Yeah, it's the night we're back, yeah. Forgot that. It's the night we're back. I thought it was the 6th, but it's Friday. How are they back on Friday night? I know, but I don't know him personally, but I subscribe to his YouTube channel. Yes, I know he's up in King's Court. He's up the other side of Cavan, actually. He's up in King's Court. Long, a good bit of distance away, about 40 kilometres, 50 kilometres, 60 kilometres away from here. But yeah, I watched some of his videos, yeah. He wouldn't know me and I wouldn't know him. But I've heard of him before he started his YouTube channel. I've heard of him before. I've heard of him before he started. Like, he probably had his YouTube channel for a long time before I seen it. But I've seen him good for down through the years, I think, on Danglo South, and I think that's how I've heard of him. Because he's been active for a good long years. Oh, he knows his stuff. Yeah, he always say that. He knows a lot more than me now about different things. But yeah, good fella. Make sure to subscribe to him. Oh, yeah, and he's a farmer too, so he knows a good bit about things. I usually run to 6. That's usually what I people do. Hello, Cowan. How are you? How's things with you? Good to see you. Happy late Christmas to you. I had a lovely Christmas, thank you. How was your Christmas? Hope you had fun. Hope it was a good Christmas. I did hear that Helen Mahdi. But yeah, Fern Man is a good man. Who is this? Ooh. Oh yeah, but that's normal 40 for you. But she's already out fucking everything over now. We have to wait and see, but yeah, let's be fair, Norma Foley. She couldn't do anything, let's be fair. So it'll probably turn into a big clusterfuck. The teachers won't even know what they're supposed to be teaching. Because let's be fair, when has Norma Foley done anything to plan? Ask yourself that. So, because they have somebody that's incompetent at the highest level trying to do anything with the Department of Education. First of all, I know of schools down in Cavan just before Christmas. They left students without teachers because they didn't have the teachers to teach them. So, fat chats, they're going to have the teachers to teach anybody. That's after Christmas because, it's not going too well for them. And then Norma Foley at the moment saying that, if you do the Leaving Cert this year, the way you usually would get your results in September. After you do it during the summer, in September you will get the results. Now it could be Christmas next year before you get the Leaving Cert results. Even though back years ago, when they didn't have the resources they have nowadays, the amount of teachers and stuff, they didn't have they had less money years ago, right, to correct the exams for the Leaving Cert. They still were able to do it on time and get it through. But apparently, the last few years, they couldn't do it. They're incapable of doing it. And Norma Foley's just not giving a shit, basically. So, take it as you will. And she's literally come out today, and that's why I was saying that a few minutes ago. She literally came out before Christmas, just wanted to piss everybody off. And literally like, hey guys, when you child you're going to do the Leaving Cert next year? You're not going to get your results until next 2024 because I say so. No other reason, because I say so, and that's the end of it. And no attempt to try and say, what are we going to do? What can we do to? And can we get some teachers maybe who left to go to Australia and New Zealand, pay them a few bob to come back, and we pay for their travel and everything like that? Not a mention, not a whisper of it, because Norma Foley just doesn't care. But we have to keep an eye on it. I will talk about it, but we have to keep an eye on it. But as I say, Norma Foley, incompetence is not even the word. So, she couldn't do anything right. That's what I'm trying to say. I'd be surprised now if she could do that. If she could even, because let's be fair now, I don't even think half of the teachers know what they're supposed to be doing in the schools nowadays. But yeah, as I say that, I can't promise you, but I see what I can do. I can't say I can, or I can't say I can't. I have to see when I go into town. I don't know what shops have it. But I check it. I will check it out for you, but I don't know. Enjoy downtown, of course. Always good to have a bit of downtime too. Of course. Because again, I suppose it's good to, of course, spending time with family and friends. It's always a good thing. Always good to have a bit of downtime and relax, because life's too short to be running around the country. But again, I'm the worst person to be saying that now, because I do too much running around. This is the last song. But then, what do we think of the CD? What do we rate it out of 10? And I think they've done very well, because they've done this in September. So yeah, just pause, stop the count, sorry I keep pausing. But they done this in September. They went back in September, St. Pat's, and I think they started in September and done it up until Christmas. So they only had about 4 months to record all these songs, practice and things like that, and in the school time too. So it's very good. It's very good of them to do it. Not many young people now will give up their time voluntary to do it. How was my Christmas? It was busy, but it was good. Thank you for asking. Wish, what's happening here? Wish. Just see what's happening.
It's so crazy, but it's one beautiful time of year. Light fire, gather round, look everywhere, see what we found in this world.
Sorry, Evan. Give me a second.
It's Christmas time again.
Yeah, sorry, just looking something up.
Outside,
10 for 10, 10 out of 10. Very good. What time is the latest time you have ever? Ever? Like you mean ever? Like there's a few nights during Calvin Day I never went to bed at all. Like during the last 3 Calvin days I never went to sleep at all. So it's up full on all the time. So I lay down for about 30 minutes, didn't get a sleep. I was still awake, but it was kind of had me head in the pillow. But that's about it. But that's probably the latest. Because I literally never went to sleep. I was up all the time. And the days beforehand too, I was up during the night for long hours. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I went to sleep and then got up at 7. Like it was ridiculous the times I was getting up. So that's why I'm not doing Calvin things, Calvin Calling it's called this year. That's why I'm not doing anything this year, because to be totally honest, I'm not fit for it. It took a lot out of me this year to get it over the line. And it was a lot behind the scenes and stuff like that. It was a bit too much. The last year before that too was a bit too much for me. So that's why this year I was like, I have to take a little breather. Maybe next week, but I don't think this year. Because we would have been probably have to start at last month if we were going to do something this year. Yeah. But apart from that, there was one night, back. I work at Cavan County Council, yes, in the local town. What was I going to say? There was one night, when my grandmother died when I was young now, when I was about 8 or 9. I didn't get it. Must have been, I cried for a long time when I was young, when that happened. It must have been 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. But I didn't go to sleep. It was 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning I went to bed. I finally got the strength to get up and go to bed. But so that was late too. Then there was other nights too. There was one night too. My father was in the hospital too. And we were leaving the hospital at 2:30 in the morning. Because he was seriously ill at the time. But thankfully he recovered and all, and he was after an operation and things like that. So he was well after that. So that's why we were there so late. But still, it was likely he wouldn't survive, to be totally honest. But he pulled through, thankfully. And then we got home about 3:30. Yeah, it was about 5:30 or so I hit the bed. So yeah, it was a good few nights. Never really on stream, I can never really stand, sitting looking at the camera on stream. That's usually when something happens, I'm up late. Or something's going on, something major. Like, I can't really just sit here all night, because I would fall asleep and look at the camera. But if something's worrying me, that would keep me up. Not gonna lie to you. But other nights too, I was up late. I used to write emails too, and I used to be up late, like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. But it wasn't as bad as them mornings. But it usually would be 3 o'clock. That's usually when I was writing emails and stuff. Oh yes, this is the last song, it is. I was too busy chatting. I was too busy. I get too busy talking about stuff and I never shut up. That's it. Trevor Cup. Total. Tomorrow, Saturday, is the last day of the year. Just think about that for a second. Yeah, of course, this is so important. It is important, obviously. But yeah, imagine that. Tomorrow, Saturday night, we'll be sitting here and we'll be contemplating that the year is literally gone. 2022 is gone, it's out the door, and it's 2023. Think about that for a second. Think about where the year's gone. Because I remember sitting here on Carpenter in September, and it feels like only yesterday. I remember doing the quiz and stuff like that, and it feels like only yesterday. And that's it. I'm sure people can remember Carpenter here too. Like, it only feels like last week or 2 weeks ago. It doesn't feel like nearly 4 months ago. This stage. I could just tell you where time goes. Yeah, so just about an hour, let's talk, yeah. I have something to say after this too. Just give me 2 seconds, I'd like. Yeah, it's better that. It's 12 hours is usually recommended, actually. But as I say, it's always like even that night there or Carving Day, it's just finishing. So yeah, that's about it. That's how it is. But yeah, it's even just important. One doctor said to me one day, even though you just lie down for 30 minutes, as I did Carving night, it was 1:30 so, and then I got up at 5:30 and they went live at 5:30 here. So basically, I didn't get any sleep, but I just lay down in the bed for 30 minutes. I didn't sleep, and I was thinking about the day ahead of me, but. It's still important to get a small bit of a rest. Even though you didn't sleep, it's important just to lie down and just relax for 30 minutes. Even though I was stressed and torn and all that, like I was some mess now. Quite, haven't it? But that's the reason why I'm not doing it this in threats. But yeah, there you go. So what do people take? The CD. Now, as I said to Aaron, I don't know. Can you get these? It might be all sold out because I got this before Christmas and it was the last one in the shop I got it. So I don't know. You might get it, but as I say, I haven't written down already. And I look into it, but I can't promise anything. Oh, you're going, Kira. But yeah, I have a few more things to say. We're not finished yet, but yeah, we're kind of finished in that set. In sets that, I'm clicking all the wrong buttons here. 2023. But yeah, I just put this over here. Oh, I need to take this here. Okay. Give me a second. It's a lot of wires. Is that the white thing? It must be. Yeah. Give me a second. I'll bring this over. No, is there anything else? Is that the white thing? I think it is. It's just let me check and see if it is. I have it written down. Yeah, don't think I won't forget about it. Give me a second. Just check and see if everything working. I'll be hearing myself probably for a second. If it works. Is it working? Yeah, it's just a big announcement in a second. Well, not a big announcement, but why is that not working? Am I doing it the wrong way? Is this fucked or what's happening? Ooh.
AUX mode.
Am I doing it the wrong way? Is this fucked? It's coming out of this speaker, yeah. Just making sure it's connected now. So yeah, I talked about the financial report this year. In terms of the giveaways and stuff like that. Obviously it was bigger than any other year, which is good. But obviously, as I say, another reason why it wasn't as big because this year we were planning to do bigger than the other years before. But obviously, Calvin Day obviously let us, and all that we did otherwise too took a lot of the fun away too that was supposed to go to giveaways. So that's why it was only about 1,170. It wasn't 1,100. I'll get the file now in a second. Just give me a second. Ooh, have it here. It was 1,000. Yeah, it was 1,175, wasn't it? Yeah, 1,175. So in total, the last 3 years, obviously it's very good because in 2020 we only spent 135 in 2020, and then it went up to in 2021 we spent €400 on giveaways, and then this year we spent 1,175, which equals nearly €2,000 we spent over the last 3 years on giveaways, which is obviously very good. And obviously this year was supposed to be over €2,000. It was supposed to be 2,500 was supposed to give away, but obviously that money, some of the good bit of money had to go towards the funding, basically the letters. That's where the money was taken from. Some of the money was taken from, because it was actually more expensive than we thought it would be. In terms of particularly sending letters abroad, it was very expensive stuff. Sending postal orders and diplomatic papers and stuff like that. So, but I still think it was very good that we was 1,700, and obviously Cavan Day too was a huge amount. Obviously the 200, I give it to the tidy towns because obviously Adam didn't want the 200. So we give the 200, and obviously the 400 was given to Shawnee, and then the 100 was given to Assassin, because they won the what they got, the Kahoot. That was it, the Kahoot. And then obviously Christmas too, there was two. We give that €150. But yeah, so that was good. And then obviously throughout the year too, it was 34. So we started off, we give 34, €30, and then 19, 20, and then 200s at one stage away, and then 30 at one stage too. So that was good, and again, as I said, we've done very well. Hello, Jason. How are you? Good to see you. Sorry, I'm just getting through this now. But yeah, so it's obviously very good with it, and again, I do apologize. It wasn't as much as it probably should have been. But we see what happens next year. Again, I do have some plans in the works in terms of Kahoots and stuff like that, and different things we could do. Things like that. Not really for Cavan Day, but just maybe just random things sometimes. Again, all going well. That's the thing. All going well. And I will explain, there was some of the money that we took out for something else, I will explain in time to come, basically. I'll show you. But yeah, so I think it's good enough, and I think it's good enough, and that was good lot of money to give away over the last 3 years. I'm happy enough with it. But yeah, I just thought I'd inform you of all that. But yeah, how are you doing, Jason? Good to see you. Hope you had a good Christmas. I'm a Bray man. How are you from Bray? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. I hope you're doing well from Cavan. All the way down to Bay. Good to see you. But yeah, that's just basically all I wanted to say. Just to keep up in the loop, because I did say every year that we would say what we're spending the money on and stuff like that. But now that's out of my own money now. It's not people giving me the money to spend on it. That's out of my own pocket. That's coming from, just to say. So, hello, Assassin. How are you doing? Good to see you. I was thinking you were here. I was going to say you're probably here at the moment. I mentioned your name a second ago. But yeah, next year hopefully we sort different things out. When it's too long, fair play to you again. That's good. But next year hopefully we can do a bit with a few more things. As I say, Cavan Day, it took a lot of finances. I will say that it did took a lot of finances to pay the moderators and pay people helping me out and things like that. And then to post the letters and all that, it took a lot. Like it was 3,000. It was 3,000, nearly going on €4,000. So it was a good chunk, and it was 9,000 alone. No, it was not 9,000. It was 900. It was nearly 1,000 basically for that for the Kahoot basically. Doesn't say 9,000. I'm getting all confused. See, money is just it's so hard to keep track and everything. That's why I have it all written down. I have everything written down throughout the year. How much we spent in this and how much we spent. And only for that I would be lost, to be totally honest. Like it's a lot. It's a lot now. So yeah. But I don't regret it. That's I think I'm just saying, oh, poor Captain post meeting. No, I don't regret it for a second. I'm happy enough with it. But yeah, this year we can probably spend a bit more. That's the only thing. So obviously we won't be doing Captain, but we're doing something else. A nice bit, alright. Yeah, it was basically nearly 1,000. So basically it was 400, and then it was 100. It was 500, 6, 7. Yeah, and then it was 900. Yeah, that was the giveaway price, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. Am I going psyche? No, I think it was 800. Sorry, it was 800. No, I'm getting going a bit ahead of me there. It was 800 for the prize, yeah, for Cavan Day altogether. So the 200, the 100, and then the 400. So it was 800. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting a bit ahead. I'm confusing myself. So yeah, that was for the prize. That was just for the prize alone for the Cavan Day Kahoot. Then obviously letters, and then paying the moderators and stuff like that. So it was a lot. It was a good bit now, and it was 3,000. It was 3,000 in total It could be near 4,000. So yeah, I'll become a cat, so we have to wait and see. That's the only thing I say. I'm not going to say too much of it now. This time, as I said in my community post, next December we say nothing until you hear more. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I have Coke Island, don't worry. But as I said to you, and I just want to make this clear, I don't know would there be any left, but I can see if I can get to one. But that's again, it's no promises. But I look into it. I get it for you. I pay for it, and I pay for the posts and packages. For it. But we have to see about it. I have to see about it after. It won't be from now. It won't be now until probably the 6th or the 7th now before I get into town to look and see if it's there. Because I'm busy the next few days too. No, we're not a TD. I'd be happy enough with the councillor position. Just we're not going to go TD now. Because let's be fair now, Sinn Féin's going to run away with it in Cavan in the next election. Like they're already planning 4 candidates, I think. So they're planning to get all the seats in Cavan, basically. So not a hope that I'm going to get. Not a hope that I'm going to get in a beat Sinn Féin in the next election. Because let's be fair, they elected two TDs in last year. Now this year they're planning to have more TDs than 4 or 5, I think it is. But they want to get as many as they can to stand in each constituency. So and then obviously the council level too. There's going to be a lot more councillors. They want to just stack the whole place with TDs for Sinn Féin. It's to my understanding what I've been told by somebody in Sinn Féin. So, oh no, I'm happy enough. I was on that bandwagon before. I'm happy enough not to be back on it. But yeah, no, but I haven't a hope in hell. If I was going to go for, like, they wouldn't vote for me in Monaghan. That's the only thing that would kill me. Because it's obviously Cavan, Monaghan, Dáil constituency. And then a bit of Meath too. So, you'd be pretty banjoed, basically. Because, let's be fair, people in Monaghan are not going to vote for a Cavan person. Would you join Fine Gael? My eye daughter. No, I'd rather. I wouldn't do it unless I was forced to do it. Unless they literally had gunpoint. Leo, don't take any ideas. No, I'd rather. Well, at least it wouldn't be as bad. I will say this, at least it wouldn't have to walk with them. Well, probably would have to walk. Actually, no. That's a hope idea, good luck. I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. I'm going off to Finland. Yeah, that's what I do. I go off to Finland if I was forced to join the Fine Gael. You wouldn't see me again. I'd be gone. Off to Finland. Funny enough, actually speaking, there's a councillor that's in Germany. It's from Cavan. So she's the councillor in Germany. And she's from Cavan. So that's good. Yeah. So at least I could probably get elected another country too. So it'd be good fun now. Imagine me just leaving in the morning to go to Finland and becoming a councillor over there. It'd be a good crack. No bother. Thank you, Jason. Thank you so much. Enjoy New Year's. I'll be probably live tomorrow. I know the New Year's night. Anyway, if you're not around anyway, thanks for stopping by and have a good New Year's. If I don't talk to you before that, I might talk to you before. You might. You know yourself. You know yourself. But yeah, enjoy. If I don't see you, Happy New Year and enjoy your New Year's night. And all the best. All the best. And thank you again for stopping by. But yeah, is there anything else? But probably is something else I need to say. I should write these things down. You're going. Where am I going? And what times? When are you going? Where am I going? Where? I suppose. I'm trying to. You asked me where I'm going. Can you please say a bit better? Sorry, my brain's not thinking. Are you talking about the election? Is that what you're talking about? You're talking about the next election? Are you talking about? Is that what you're saying? Oh, you're talking about Jason? Are you talking to Jason? Or are you talking to me? Who are you talking to? Let me see. No bad, John. Oh yeah, thank you, Assassin, too, for your happy Christmas message too. I forgot to say that. I think I responded to you. Yeah, I guess I seen you. It's queer and wet outside now. Oh no, I was saying that to Jason. Sorry, okay, that's okay, Tony. I thought you were asking me something. I didn't know what you were. Yeah, no, I was saying goodbye to Jason. Sorry, I'm saying goodbye to Jason. I'm not gone yet. I'm still here for another while for tonight. As I said to the priest, I'm still here. I'm not dead yet. For the moment, no. But yeah, is there anything else? I'm just trying to figure something else. Yeah, I have a few videos to make now, to catch up on videos. I'll get that done at some stage. Unfortunately, now we can't listen to Christmas music because it's obviously after Christmas. But I will put on maybe some relaxing music for a while. Just give me a second. So I'm just looking through Twitter. What is this thing? That's okay. Let me see. No bother with that. And I liked your jacket. I have to find out where you got it. It was a Scooby-Doo jacket. Let me see. So I'm just looking for something here. I'm multitasking. I'm looking at both ways and trying to multitask. Where did I put this music? The relaxing music. Sorry, just give me a second. It's 105 things on my computer here. Anyway, hopefully in March now, I'll have my new computer and we'll be bussing, as the kids say nowadays. Because I probably would have another one on there. What was your favourite? What was your favourite movie? I like Home Alone, but I didn't get to watch into this, you know. I seen a bit of it there the other night. I turned it on and I was late. Water than Cakes and Coke. It's called Members Only. Members Only. It was a band that's called Members Only. Very fancy. Well, very good. Where am I here? Relax the music, no copyright. Yeah, so I won't be wearing these Christmas jumpers for much longer now. After the 6th, we won't be wearing. We'll be back to our only clothes. With my only clothes, not everybody. You know. Oh yeah, Assassin. I do have one. It's Assassin. Let me see. Just give me a second. I'm having a brain fit. Relax music with non-copyrighted. No, I'm just having. Sorry, I'm having a brain fit. We stayed for another while, and we probably till 1 o'clock, just because we weren't live tonight. So yeah. Let me see. Where am I here now? I'm actually having a brain fit. See, so long since the live stream last. It feels like a long time ago. We'll listen to this for a while. We'll listen to an ad.
Grammarly, a digital
Who's
writing
Grammarly?
assistant that you can install easily on your browser extension,
No,
phone or
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, we leave this on. We'll put it high now because it's late enough at night. We can't be just beating the tunes at nearly half 11, half 12, sorry. Mr. Bean on holiday Christmas. I know Mr. Bean on holiday, like the movie. I don't know if it's Christmas movie now. But yeah. Also, yeah, just remember something. So yeah, I tell you the bit. Now this is going to take a small bit of explain, just to explain. So basically, you know the way every year we used to do calendars for the tidy towns and things like that. They used to do calendars. So this year a problem happened when they were putting it out. The man that was doing it, something happened to his machine when he was doing some of them. Right, he only got a few of them printed off, and something broke in his machine. So fair to say, it's still broken, and we still haven't got our calendars because obviously something broke. Something in the machine broke. So you know. What I'm trying to say is it might be another way before we get the candles. Like the Buddha's Tidy Towns candles we do every year. That if you thought I wasn't going to mention about that, you know, there's something broken machine and that's basically the story. So maybe we might scrap it altogether like the plan this year and just not have it. But we have to wait and see. I suppose we'll wait and see what happens. But at the moment, last time we were talking to him last week, it was still broken. The machine it was banjoed. Because see, at Christmas too, he was doing things for different people too, and the machine was a full max, for Puerton, the big Puerton press he has. So, hasn't gone too well. That's what that way. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Because usually every year would show you the calendar. Quite wet outside now. It's supposed to be getting cold now the next week. Supposed to be. But Medheaven, as I say, Medheaven couldn't tell you. Oh, you used to have a calendar too. Very good. Very, very good. Just looking through the Twitter here, see what's happening on the Twitter. Not much is happening on the Twitter nowadays. I don't know if it's like this music is. Don't probably have the white ones that I just charged my phone too. My phone's actually going to die. Well, it's not near death, but not near death. That sounds very pleasant. By the way, Widow in Canada, very good. Oh, my thing, I forgot about that. See, tricking around. Also got a new key ring too. Like I had the cow before, I have the pig now. The pig. Don't know why I felt the need to tell you that, but okay. Where was that here? I put the CD back again. If I forget where I put it. No plans. I'm going to walk on anyway. But apart from that, I'd probably be here New Year's night, but don't think I'm going to do anything special. I was asked to the party, but I'm not going near it. Not going near it. Not go within a mile of it. So I have no plans. I was asked to a Christmas dinner with somebody else, but I didn't go here. So I'm not the type to go ask around the parties like that. You know, I'll be here probably New Year's night. I was here last year on New Year's night. Hopefully this year I'll be here the same, counting it down here for people who are here at the moment, you know. Oh, you're watching TV, Tony. You're watching OT, yeah? Oh, yeah, OT. Whatever you do Christmas New Year's night, do not watch OTE now. Because OT, the New Year's event, and OT and the Keys in Dublin. Last year it was pure depressing. Like, you know, talk about welcoming in the new year. Pure depressing. Like, if you wanted to be depressed, you know, watch that on OT. Whatever that was. Like, you know, I never seen people depressed. At least when you put on the BBC, you know, there's fireworks and stuff like that. Whatever about you can say about the BBC, right? But you put on OT and it's just pure depressing. In New Year's night, you think somebody was dead. You think everybody was dead in the country the way they were going on. Like no fun at all. Like they had to get Marty Whelan on it. Marty B. Like the only reason why I listened to a bit of the Eurovision when I was on this year. Wasn't the countdown late on OT last year too? It probably was, yeah, but OT is no good, as to say. Well, it's not worth watching, let's put that way. So you better off watching something. Watch the BBC. If you're going to watch anything, watch the BBC in London, the fireworks and all that. Because, you know, in Dublin, I don't know what OT is doing. There's nobody be watching, like literally nobody watching. Everybody watch the BBC. Because at least you see some fireworks, you see some fun. In OT, you think it's just a funeral. Like the people that are going on. Like, they have to get Marty Whelan on. Like, the only reason why I watched a bit of when the Eurovision was on, even though I knew who was going to win anyway, I think everybody knew who was going to win. It was wait, excuse me, sorry, bad cough. But yeah, that's back a few months ago now. But the only reason I watched was because Marty Whelan was there and he was good. Marty Whelan is the only person in OT that's a good bit of fun. He's a good bit of a laugh. The rest of them in OT are pure depressed and just pure nuisance. It's just my view on OT. I don't have much time for them. And also that one for Calvin and Monaghan, that fucking OT set for Calvin and Monaghan. I sent her an email 3 years in a row talking because she mentioned about us on Calvin Day, and not once did she bother to reply. So isn't it great? I was going to say well, fighting for I don't know, we're fighting for something, but anyway. Is there anything else now? Is there any other fun? Is there anything else? Oh yeah, the swim was on in here, and a lot of people watched that. I put it up in the community post to people want to watch it. It's not my video, but the local Cavan TV put it up. What time was that on? Very late. Yeah, it's usually they have it on about 12:30. I know 11:30's on at 12:30, and it's up until 1 o'clock in the morning. I think they want to. I last year I only seen a bit of it because I was here live and I looked at it on the telly. I hadn't put it on for a second just to look at it to see how depressing it was, and it was just too depressing. And I was just like, no, I'm better off. As one person said when it was St. Patrick's Day, now I said, witness protection for what? Our Cougars emissions, don't you know? Did you know? Did you know? If I could find the thing, that would be great. You remember this?
Welcome,
If it stops showing me ads.
retailers.
I hate ads.
To spending hours
You can see why I don't put ads on this channel.
filling in product.
You going into the parade tomorrow? I wouldn't be, you know what? I'll stay in the back garden with me dog. I think it's the greatest load of pants and wants. All the Americans are over here. Oh my God, I love this. I love Ireland. They doing my
Yeah, I thought that's basically OT when you pots and what's. Pretty much so. Where am I here? But basically that's OT for you in a nutshell on New Year's night. Rather sit in my back garden and watch OT. In the freezing cold and the wet and the rain. Also, Eamon Ryan's up to his old tricks again. But sure, I honestly don't take Eamon Ryan's well. Which character? What character? You're talking about the New Year's. I don't even think it'll be up yet because it's not New Year's night. But yeah, we'll do a character probably here now. But you know, I can't remember what I was going to say. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. Show us the character on YouTube. Oh, which character? You mean the OT? I wouldn't show it because it probably will copyright it. Oh, before they even started, did they? I couldn't remember. I seen a bit of it like beforehand. You know the way they talk nonsense. for a long time before they talk. Because they're too busy talking nonsense. They wouldn't even talk New Year's, they're talking about some other bullshit in OT. Like they're useless in that OT. They couldn't do anything. I think Norma Foley was at it that day. Because it must have been Norma Foley that's over. Like, honest to God, it must be Norma Foley that's literally in charge of OT. Oh no, I don't think we showed it because I'd be pure depressed looking at it. We would have to show last year's one. And I think OT probably would have to take it down because it was embarrassing for OT now. You know, you want somebody with a bit of energy New Year's night, you know, celebration. And the fireworks too in Dublin. You know, maybe one or two, that's about it, nothing else. At least when you look at London or something, there's loads of fireworks, there's loads of celebration. In Dublin there's about one or two fireworks and then there's a concert and then people are pure depressed. And then it's pure miserable. You know. So, you know, you talk about depression. Pure depression watching OT on New Year's Eve. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's about one or two fireworks and then they don't put any more. At least when you watch London, there's fucking fireworks going on until about 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, you know, the fireworks display beside Westminster and all that. And the same in Paris and other countries too, but in Ireland, no, we don't do that. OT just is there talking nonsense. And, you know, there's a bit of a concert and that's about it, nothing else. That's about it, no other fun. No fun allowed. As to say, they'd be afraid of somebody having fun in the country. That's not OT you'd be afraid of. Exactly. Off in the distance, in the background, every 5 times I hear Norma Foley echo. Yeah, well, you probably do. She's in everybody's head, she's taking over the world. She's a threat to our democracy. Well, quite literally she is, let's be fair. Let's call a spade a spade. What are you doing? Like now, I'm just kind of sitting here chilling, listening to music, just kind of talking to people. Like I kind of said everything I wanted to say, but listen to the music earlier on. I talked about the finances and things like that. I mentioned about the calendar. There's nothing really else. Oh yeah, I mentioned about the swim. Yeah, 400 people, 500 people took part in it, which was good. And everybody was freezing because it was freezing cold. So yeah, everybody enjoyed themselves. But I didn't get into the water now, I was down there. That was about it. I'd be probably here on. I don't think I'd be doing anything else. I'd probably be here with everybody here. I don't think I'd be walking. So I'd probably be walking up until 9 or 10. Then probably come back and be live, I don't know, 11 o'clock. It depends. I suppose it depends. Because I do have to help this fellow out move his last bit of stuff out to his new house. Which you look at. I don't know when he wants that. I moved them fast, but the vast majority of stuff is gone. And he wants to pay me, but I'm not going to let him pay me. I give him a hand. Help thy neighbour, don't you know? I think he knows anyway. I wouldn't have, if he was going to pay me, I wouldn't have done it. That's the main thing. You have to help people out. Did I go something? No, I didn't. I was kind of there. The civil defence was there. The paramedics were there. We were just kind of there. That was right. We were kind of. I cleaned up afterwards. Cleaned up whatever coffee mugs they had or things. Like they had things there for tea. They had. How would you describe it? Like plastic cups and stuff for tea, so that when they came out of the water, that tea basically ready for people. And obviously I was collecting whatever rubbish was there and all that, getting it ready to be got rid of for the council. So that was the only reason why I was there. And Cavan TV and all that was there, the newspapers and all that. I stayed very very with that. How are you help out to clean? Yes. How are you helping out to clean this? Yeah, I cleaned a good bit of the house now. I done the floors there the other morning. I hoovered the floors there before Christmas there. It was a day or two before Christmas. I hoovered all the house. I hoovered around the whole place. Cleaned the inside, the windows there the other week too. The outside need to be done, but it's not the weather to be doing the outside now. It's, let's be fair, it's winter, not the best time to be doing the windows. So we can wait till summer now, the winters, but they do need to be done because there's a good report pool on the on the sides and things like that, which is always a nuisance. But it's always going to happen anyway, regardless if you clean it off. There'll be shitting again on the window. Because they always seem to shit in the windows. Oh, he's moving. How he's wet. He's moving outside of us, but yeah, I'm giving him a hand. Just have to move bits and bobs. That's where I was last night. It wasn't back into 12. Late enough. He was going to bring me home, but I said I'll go home. I'll get him a bike and go home. So. Oh, but sure, look, he's happy enough now. He's in a bigger house now than he was before. And sure, he's lucky. He's happy enough, and the daughter and the son there has rooms to themselves. Beforehand, they went together because they didn't have space. So it's a bit more spacious now. As he said, it's a bit more expensive, but not that bad. They have a bit more space, so that's about it. So they're happy enough. And it's out in the country, so it's not again the main setup, but it's out in the country, without a bit in the country, so they're happy enough. Did you get to clean out the house? What do you mean? Oh no, we had things packed. So basically, the way I have it, he was just I had to basically help him lift. Like take for example, the dishes. Yeah, I lifted the box with dishes in it, so I had to help him move that to the car, bring it into the boat and things. I bring it in and help him bring it into the kitchen, into the new house and things like that. Aye, it's some way now tonight, Niall. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be out in the Attic and washed away. But yeah, it's some way now tonight. Not as bad. What was it? It was wasn't it Christmas Day? Here was Christmas Day. It was a quiet shower. I was out. At one stage, Christmas Day, it was soaking. Like it was just a downpour, and then it stopped. 20 minutes later, there was just a downpour for about 20 minutes, and it was downpour, and I got absolutely soaked. It's supposed to be so, yeah, but hopefully, at least I have my bike. I can get around on it because it's tires for the winter. So I hopefully we still able to get around. Oh no, I'm not going to take any money. He probably wants to pay me, but I'm not going to take a penny for it. And he knows that. I'm sure he knew. I wouldn't have done it now. If he came along and said, I'm going to pay you to do it, I wouldn't have done it. I'd tell him to go and get somebody else to do it. Oh, he knows I wouldn't take a penny for it. He knows I wouldn't take a penny for it. Just to say, how you help people out as much as you can. That's the way I work. Cool, Tony. Cool package. But yeah, it's only a few, as I say, last night was a bit late, but sure. He had to stay for tea when I helped him out and bought all the stuff. Because again, it's only about... It's not that far, like the house is not in another county or anything. It's only about 5 kilometres away. And obviously, just bringing stuff from A to B, basically. So the only thing that's really left for him to bring now, he has to bring stuff from the attic and stuff like that. A few other bits and bobs. So, when we get that moved down, we'll be possible. Anyways, half of the stuff, a good bit of it, say 80% of the stuff is gone. And it's just there. And some of the stuff's gone to the top too. Oh, no, you have to help people out now and again. But anyway, probably will try and give me the money, but I'm not going to take him regardless what he does. Because as he said to me, he was going to get a removal crowd. He was going to pay a removal crowd, and he said that we around 300, 400 euro to pay for them to move stuff, even 5 kilometres down the road, because they weren't going to do it for nothing. The removal crowd, they would get a fan out to lift the stuff and bring it down the road, basically. But there'd be 2 men, and they have to pay for the 2 men to do it, because they wouldn't certainly do it for nothing. So, and he probably knows himself. He did mention when he asked me, I pay you for it and all that, and I said, no, you won't, of course not. Because I would I'll give you a hand. Why not? Because I might as well help out. Might as well be some sense of use for. Because again, let's be fair, I would have been just on last night talking shite here at this time. So, at least to make yourself some kind of useful. And that's the main part. Made yourself a bit useful. Well, so they're loving it now. They're loving the house. They're happy enough. It's near late too, so they can go. Your man can go fishing there. He wants to bring his son fishing sometime. Yeah, so they're happy enough. But sure, as I said, it's a lot bigger a house than it was before. Because again, the daughter and the son was in the same room. Now they're in different rooms. They have separate rooms. So they're all delighted with that. That they have rooms to themselves, basically. So they're all happy. So it was quite cramped and obviously too. So But sure, look it. As I say, it's all worked out in the end. As I say, he's been a bit more for it, but sure, they're happy, and that's the main thing. And it's Christmas time too, so it's bonus too. They're moving in at Christmas, and at that time, just after Christmas, going into New Year's. But they're still happy with that and all that. Anyway, how was your Christmas, Niall? Sorry, I meant to ask you how your Christmas was, if Niall is still here. Apologies, I think we're on the big rat about other things. If he's still here, I hope Niall is still here, but no. Did I go to Dublin? I wasn't in Dublin. I haven't been in Dublin about 2 years. It's 2 years ago. It's a long time since I've been in Dublin now. It was 2 years, not long, but I'm not up and down to Dublin every week now. And I wouldn't want to be, to be honest. Yeah, I know there was snow in Dublin at one stage. There's no snow down here. There was snow up in the Ballyconnor Mountains now, obviously up high. Down in Ballyconnor, down in Sean Quinn's county. Town, I suppose I could say. Flat. Yes, the world is flat, Tom. It's always like it here. Oh no, conspiracy dude. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Anyway, 1 o'clock we probably would tip on. It's near 1 o'clock now. We'll be definitely back tomorrow now. I don't know when New Year's, but we'll see what happens then. But anyway, anything else? Any other fun happening for Christmas anyway? As I say, I've taken to after New Year's now. I won't be able to look for it now, but I'll look at after New Year's as well. Oh yeah, this is one other thing, sorry. Yeah, because do you remember, I don't know, many people, a good few people on here. Oh yeah, Betwin was, he said Happy Christmas to me. Can't remember what it was, I think it was on the community post, sorry. I don't know about Mark, but yeah, that's the last time I've seen Betwin, but I don't know where he is at the moment. But yeah, but the other person's downstairs, there's another person there. But what I was going to say, this is the Lego. Every year I get, my parents buy me a small thing. It's kind of tradition. They buy a small bit of Lego for me. Just as a small tradition, because they always have done it down through the years. So we kind of continue that tradition. So they always bought me a small bit. And, me and my father would put it together every year. And so we done that the other night too. We done that the other night when I got home. Yeah, it was Christmas Day, Yeah, we done the Christmas Day, Christmas night going into Christmas. It's St. Stephen's Day. Yeah, we done it. It was late at night. I don't know how I could do it, but I'll show you now. Just give me a sec. Give me 2 minutes. I get it. Off the shelf. Oh, so it's supposed to be a hover bike, basically. And we done well. As I say, DreamWorks makes the tea. So we always have it. So that's this year's one. Last year's ones are here too. So this was last year's one. It was a helicopter then. I have the other ones before. The other ones wasn't as big now. Yeah. So these two, this was the 2020 ones too. The 2019 ones are not here now. I think I have them in the other one. But these were the 2019 ones too. So I didn't watch Mrs. Francois now. I know it was on, but I didn't watch it. But we always kind of had that down through the years. So this was this year's. This one was this year's. This was last year's. That was 2020. Yeah. The last 3 years. The other ones are in the room. But that's the tradition we always have in my stocking. They would always get me that. And we put it in, my father and me, we put it together at night. So we done that there. It took us a good 30 minutes, but we got it done. There was 3 different ways you could do the bike. Like you could do it without the hover mode basically, and then you could just do it as an oldie motorcycle. But we just chose to do it this way because it was the easiest way, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, no, it was good fun now. And it's always a good time because I could sit down and just relax for 30 minutes and just have a bit of fun putting it together. I just put it up because I don't want to break it. Because I would break into a million pieces. I have it up on my shelf. I don't have it down here. I have it up on my shelf. Thank you. But yeah, that's what we do every year. That's the kind of tradition. Hopefully, well, it has went on for since it was probably about 7, so it's a good long time now. Again, it's not like a big Lego set or like that. It's just a small thing. Like Christmas, small Lego. Like I do have big Lego sets. I do have since I was a child. I have them in the press at the. I have a Lego castle and things like that, but that's when I was very young now. The bits of it's probably broken around, or that, but it's safely tucked away into the back there of one of the closets. There's a bit of a shelf at the back, like out there, very into the back. There. Some of that I'll show you, but it'll probably take a good bit of work. Like to bring them out into the light into the room to show you more. Because in the closet it's dark enough. Even though there's light and stuff like that, but it's dark enough. That's not so dangerous. Dangerous. I'm in danger. Now, was there anything else? I just have to think because I'm probably forgetting something else, but see, I'm useless. I have to get a new battery for my phone because I keep dying. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything else. I'm just trying to remember because as soon as I would go, I probably forget something. I don't know, anything else people want to talk about around it? Oh, it's different. Yeah, keeping my beer for a while. We're a big Lego fan here. Just finished a Home Alone set. A Home Alone set, Jesus. Like the house? You mean the house? Or yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about the house, like the big house in Home Alone. Or the cows. I've seen the people with the house. You know, the Home Alone house set. Yeah, I've seen that too. That's what I thought too. Yeah, there's a sad incident there in Crassett Lock and Carpenter. Probably best not to mention it or talk about it. The big house, jeez, that must have took you a while. Because I remember when we put me and my family used to put together the Lego there when I was younger. Like the Lego cast and stuff. I'll show you some there when I have the cars because it take an effort basically to get them all out and just to show it. Stranger Things. Yeah, usually everything really has it like that. But yeah, like yeah, there's then the Star Wars ones too. I seen the Star Wars ones once when I was in Tesco. There's one for about €100. Like it's mad the prices too. Yeah, the choice was Catlook. I got it there a while ago. Yeah, but someday I will show you the Lego sets. But again, as I say, I probably would have to take them out of the class and get them in here just to show you. And some of them might be a bit damaged now over the years, but they haven't been disturbed. Like I haven't moved them for a good while. But over time, the probably, you know yourself, the bike would break a bit. Usually I would have only got the police sets and the fire sets and the ambulance sets for Lego more than the, you know, than Home Alone and stuff. I would have been more interested in them ones when I was younger, and the castle sets and things like that. It's taken since only finished this evening. Oh God, really? So you must have spent a good. So how many hours did you take? It was say, like take for example, but that would have took. It probably would have took a good 10 hours. My guess, 10 hours, maybe possibly over the last few days. 200 million, probably. Yeah, he did mention that. He lost a good few bob. I know that, but I'd say it's I don't think it's 200 billion now. I think it would be anybody would be bankrupt. This asking if so. I think it probably is 200 million, like more than 200 billion. Like I don't know how he could sustain if it was 200 billion. You know, no company, no person, even the richest man in the world couldn't. I don't think could sustain. But again, I don't know how much Elon Musk has. Probably trillions. I don't know. It's it's a lot of money. It's more than anybody can compare in life. So he probably lost. Yeah, say he has lost a good bit now, but to the extent I don't know how much. But again, you know yourself. He has SpaceX. He has Tesla. He make that money back basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Within a week or two, he make that money back because he's the CEO of them three big companies. Even though three of them might be in the toilet, in terms of financial terms, he still has them big profitable companies, Tesla and things, which is Tesla has huge stocks at the moment. It's gone up a huge. Say about 10. So it was right. I'm a psychic. I'm going to become a psychic. Yeah, so give or take would have been around 10 hours, I said. Yeah, as I say, Adam. I keep saying that, and I'm confused. There's so many A's in my chat. But I can't promise. As I say, I can't promise you can get the CD. But I try and get it for you. As I say, I try. The word is try. I can't promise. I can't say I can or I can't. But we see what we can do. That's how I can say. If we can get it in no bother, I post it to you and I pay for the packaging and all that. And I pay the money towards to get it. And things like that. I have no problem with that at all. But it's the fact if I can get it, that's the question. It's not that I'm not willing to pay or that to get it for you, like that. It's the fact if I can get it to you, if I can get it any sense of the story, basically. Yeah, but we have to wait. As I say, we have to wait and see until after, because I won't be in town till after New Year's, I know. But anyway, yeah, I say you had good fun in it putting it together. I say probably at some stage, Karen, I was a bit of frustration. You're probably like, oh, God damn it. Because oftentimes when we put them together years ago when I was younger, there would have been a bit of frustration because sometimes, one time I remember we nearly finished the piece, right, and we kind of put a wrong piece on a bit of it. And basically we had to take it all apart again because we needed the piece and we put it in the wrong place. So we were very frustrated that time. I'm not gonna lie to you, because there was a good 5 hours we were putting it together, right? And then when we got to the end, we realised that we need that piece for another, to put it towards something else. We weren't very happy because we had to take it basically all apart to get the piece and start from scratch. But yeah, it's very rewarding now when you see it at the end product like that alone. It's very rewarding because it's all just bits and it's a picture in the box and a picture in the manual. And then when you put it together, it's a picture comes to life basically. It's the same as you put pen to paper. Picture comes to light. It's the same as an artist too. They don't know what they're going to paint. They have it in their head. They know what it looks like in their head. They can see it in their head. But it's about putting pen to paper and making it happen. So and I think it worked out well. There's 3 different ways to say you can do that bike. We just chose to do that with like the hovercraft one more than the motorcycle one. And then there was one where I don't know what the total one was. There was another way too. There was the hovercraft one, then was the bike, and then there was another one. Yeah, I don't know what the other one was. But I see it's manuals. Where did I put the manuals? Good question. Let me see. I'm just trying to think. Sorry, give me a second. The manuals, are they there? I'll just check. I don't know where I put them. I just put some. We didn't throw them out or anything, but they're here somewhere. Oh, I have them. Have them. Yes, yeah. Here we are. Okay, so it's a bit different, yeah. So that was the first one. It was basically a motorcycle, but basically no windows. So it's a bit different than the one I'm going to show you. So yeah, they're trying to store it and say, so it's another thing, yeah, exactly. Because I remember one time we did build something and I let it drop, when you're younger. You're playing with it and you let it drop. And it just smashes it to a million pieces. And it was a good bit of frustration because we did spend a long time doing it and then we had to do it again. But yeah, it's very rewarding at the end of this, to say. But yeah, there was the two there. And then there was the third one which we went for. This is the one we went for. The hoverbike one. The other ones were a bit different. They were motorcycle kind of ones. I'll show you. And then too, I have a lot of Lego bits now. There was a lot left over. There was a lot of Lego stuff left over. Oh my god, no. Everything's falling to bits. I'm paying for dinner this Monday before. That's good to have. Yeah, just let me sorry, it's falling out. But yeah, look at all the spare bits like I have left out of them. Yeah, all the spare bits alone that I have after them. I'll put them safely in here. I'll put them safe somewhere soon. Just in case I need them at any stage. I might change it up or something, who knows. But I have them anyway again. I put this back somewhere. Oh! Oh, it is. Oh! Of course, Aaron. Yeah, what's the story? The Coiler set are great because you have a few options, but of what to build. Yeah, exactly. A few options. But not with every Lego set, like, 'cause, that's only that one. Like, the other Lego sets, like the ones I got before, like the cow and the helicopter, like the helicopter I showed you from last year. We just basically, there was only one manual and you had to do it that way. So this year, we kind of got a different one. My parents just decided, like, they don't tell me which one they're going to get, or what one they're going to get, they just get it. And they put it in the sock and then we find out Christmas morning. Like, they probably don't know themselves, what manual it's on and all. But yeah, we got it. So, but it was good fun, I enjoyed it now. It only took us about an hour. It didn't take us long at all. Because see, I was walking on a bit of a table. My father was walking on a bit of it. We kind of got it done. Multitasking. Two brains make light walk. Go out for dinner. They went out to the pub, yeah. This is before Christmas. No, I didn't go. I was, as one of the heads of the exciting times, I didn't go. I never went to any of the tricks. They went many times before. The went out when the results came out last year, wasn't in this year. But I never went, because I always think we should set an example. We should go out and do hard work instead of sitting in the pub. As I say, I don't like the arse around and sitting in the pub and do nothing. I think it, because we owe it to the people of the community not to be going around with a begging bowl and then going to the pub and saying, oh, we're going to the pub. You have to go and walk yourself to dissolve, No, I didn't go to it anyway. I didn't go to it. I was the only one that didn't go. The rest of them all went. And a lot of them too, they didn't do too much. I will admit that, some of them. And, they only went out once or two times the whole year when we were in Tiny Towns last year, whatever. And they would go, because obviously it's easy. You can get a few drinks and, they don't have, there's a good few drinks free and things like that. But, yeah, I wouldn't be seeing you if I do that. It just wouldn't be my scene. Like even the walk, I was asked for a walk to go out, for the walk, Christmas party basically, that's what I was saying. I give money towards. I was the only one that didn't go. For the Western Wet. I didn't go. I give money towards, but I didn't go. I went out and done walk instead of going to it. And none of them could believe it, but I know. Because a lot of them did have family and they got babysitters and things that go to it. And I was like, nope, I'm going out to do a bit of walk. And, you have to stand out from the crowd. You have to kind of push forward. Particularly when you're in the civil service too, you have to show that you're worthy enough to to serve the public. And again, you have to make sacrifices. That's the main thing. Oh yeah, I always look forward to now Christmas morning. I'd say only had 20 minutes Christmas morning now to look into my stocking and just look and see what I got and things like that. But I was all happy now. It's because you always wonder, because it's a surprise. They say they're getting some. Like I know they're getting some kind of Lego yoke. I don't know what it'll be, but obviously it wouldn't be a big thing because obviously in the stocking, so it would only fit to the stocking. So it's kind of a surprise. Even though people say I'm a bit too old now for it, but it's kind of a nice surprise. And even just for my parents too, it's a nice surprise. Just to see what I say about it and things like that. And just to put it together too, and just to kind of just chill and put it together. Like that night we put it together. Like it was late. It was 12 o'clock. Now we got around to putting it together. It was 1 o'clock when we finished it, the Christmas night. Going into St. Stephen's Day. So we enjoyed it. That's the main thing. We enjoyed it too. So that was the main thing. As long as everybody was happy, then that's the main thing. But yeah, hopefully that will continue under that tradition anyway. As I say, I always put them nearly here, but that thing is a bit too big to put down there. But I woke up and I don't know whether next time I move them in the wardrobe, because the rest of them in the wardrobe, the ones from 2019, 2018, all that, I know where they are. Them ones are just here because I wanted to put them on display here. And that was just up there because you couldn't put them all out because there's a good view. I'm going back to never too old, exactly. But it's just nice. It's a nice thing. I think it's just nice to always have it. Because again, since I was 8 we have done it, which is a good few years now. I'm nearly 20 now. I'm getting old. No, 20 years old. Oh no. Why did you not go? Yeah, as I said, I don't think, going to Christmas Day, I would rather go out and walk. I'd rather go and do a bit of walk than also around the pub, I suppose. But not many of them wet this year because they had the other things on. But the year before they wet, But I didn't want to go. As I say, I was the only one years before that didn't go. Especially as one of the heads, a lot of people mentioned about it. But again, you have to make smokers go Eamon Ryan. Yeah, Eamon Ryan wouldn't be happy now if you didn't do that. I have to talk with Eamon Ryan soon, so stay tuned to National. I have a good lot to say about Eamon Ryan soon. I say he's going to go around to everybody's house now and stop them from getting anything at all in the stockings. He's going to ban stockings, that's what I'm trying to say. Because he says there could be coal in them and, he might ban Santi. Imagine that Eamon Ryan could go and ban Santi now. Because he'd be like, he's coming down the chimney. And we can't allow people to have chimneys. Like if Eamon Ryan got his way, he'd block up all the chimneys in the country. And he wouldn't let anybody burn anything. He wouldn't let Santi go down them. That's what he's going to do. I'm giving Eamon Ryan ideas now. Like, let's be fair, wouldn't Eamon Ryan not just come and say that now in the morning? He'd be like, it's Santi's polluting the environment. He's going around on Christmas Day, he's going all around the world. He's getting emissions into the atmosphere. He's causing global warming. And that's what Eamon Ryan will come out and say. And he says we have to imprison Santa Claus because he's not going in his electric bike. He's not going in his electric car. He should have an electric car going around the place. That's literally what literally, would you not think Eamon Ryan would sit up in the door? Actually, sit up as a word, but lie there on the door, right? And come out and say that. Like, I could see him saying that now tomorrow. I could literally see him, because let's be fair, he's come out with a lot worse. Let's be fair. Like Eamon Ryan, you couldn't put it past Eamon Ryan. You woke up what time? 7 a.m. I was up at 5:30. I was up a good bit early at Christmas. Because I had to get ready for the swim and all that. So that's why I was up early and I had to go out and do stuff. I was out at... Yeah, I was out at... Far from reindeer, exactly. You get rid of all the reindeer. The danger to environment. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, Eamon Ryan have ruined Christmas some year for the children. Like, let's be fair. Oh yeah, but he'd be going after people soon. You know the way you get toy cows, like my toy cow here. Eamon Ryan will be banning these soon. He'd be saying these are a threat to our democracy and to the environment. Just having a toy cow. And, a toy cow and... the way children get farmers' play sets and stuff like that. He'd be banning them soon. He'd be going into toy shops and taking it off the children. Or he'd be going into people's house and taking them off the children at Christmas. Like, literally, that's what Eamon Ryan would do. Like, let's be fair, that's what he would do. Whenever you woke up, Because let's be fair, he's half asleep half the time. I don't even know what he thinks he's saying. Because he's not making any sense. Like, he's making no logical sense in half the stuff he's saying. But as I say, last thing I say about Eamon Ryan now at the moment, the farmers are not going to take it too kindly cutting the herd by 10% by 2030. You know, the farmers are the worst people to piss off now. You've seen in Dublin there, they blocked up Dublin, the chocker blocked the whole city centre there with the tractors before. You know, they could cause chaos in the city if they really, really wanted to. They could clog up the whole city centre and nobody could go anywhere, basically, in the city. So they could do that. Like, they're the worst people to piss off now. Like, Eamon Ryan should know that. You know, they're not going to sit there and take it from them. You know. So, you know. But Eamon Ryan's going to ban Christmas, I know. I wouldn't be surprised now he come out with it. There's something else actually I meant to talk about. I'll just briefly over here. It's on my Twitter if I can remember what I seen. I have to stop writing fucking things down. I'm useless. He's useless. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, you have all the gear. Adam. And Alan, sorry, Adam. Oh yeah, the 50th anniversary of the Batoba bombing happened the other day. Yesterday, basically. What's this? There's probably something else. I can't remember. There's definitely something else we can't remember. Oh, I don't know now. Oh yeah, there was a woman arrested in the United Kingdom in Birmingham there. She was outside an abortion centre and she was silently praying on her head and she was arrested for talk crimes. So, you know, are you praying? I'm praying on my head. Well, I'm afraid I have to arrest you. I'm praying on my head. So basically you can't pray on your head. You're going to be arrested. I never seen such a thing. I know. Are you praying? I'm praying in my head. But I'm afraid I have to arrest you. You know, there's a line, but you look at. I never seen such a thing in my life. I don't know. Talk about the top police, the Ministry of Truth. But anyway, is there anything else I need to show you to talk to you about? There's definitely something I missed. I have to think of it. But anything else anybody want to talk about before we go tonight? Oh yeah, just to say we'll be back playing our games soon after the New Year's now. Just to say, the top police, exactly. Like imagine that, you're praying in your head and they're just like, I'm going to arrest you. You know, you're just like, you know, come again. You know, it's different if she was on her hands and knees maybe. You know, praying there, because obviously there's a law in the United Kingdom where you can't pray outside abortion centres and it's talking about a distance or whatever. But praying in your head now, you know, the top police exactly, like, you know, like, let's be fair. No, I didn't leave anything out, no, unfortunately. So any other fun? Ooh, sorry, missing that. I got a new jacket. Oh, you got a new jacket. Oh, you got a new green jacket. Oh, you good. All the gear. New boots, new white short, new grey short, new brown shoes. Jesus, all dressed up for the dancers. Very good. Let me see now. Yeah, I might just run downstairs. Give me 2 seconds and I'll be back. In 2 seconds. Hello again. So yeah, this is a kind of body camera, but it's mainly used for bikes. Another body camera. It's basically supposed to sit up on your shoulder. Basically, it's supposed to attach to your what do you call it? Jacket. Or it can attach to your helmet to a bike. Like there's loads of different things. Like there's loads of bits and bobs. Like this is for the bike now at the moment. You can top of my bike. Sorry, there's a bit of a strap you can put onto the top. Yes, that's what I got too for Christmas. Now it's not the most strongest camera now, like the one I have, the other one I have, but you know, it's decent enough. But it is awkward now when you have it on your shoulder. Like I had it on my shoulder, I had the other attachment on. There's another attachment over there for your shoulder. Like it attaches to your shoulder. It can be a bit awkward, you know, because I often found myself hitting against it. You know. Like you can go there, dude. It can be like that on your chest. You can go like that. This is a bit awkward because when you like the other one is just the right size I have, the one I always use. And we're back. Hello. GoPro camera exactly. So we were disconnected there for a second. But yeah, so it can do many things now. But it's not the best quality now as the ones I have. The other one I have. But yeah, that's what my mother got me. You know. I just want to show you that. So that's the other thing. I got a few other things too. I'll show you the other thing the next day. When I have time, I'll show you. You were seeing time. It'll probably be January now by the time I show you. Because I still have to do bits of works on it. So it's a bit of a project, I will say. You see now when I show you. You see what I'm talking about when I show you. And when I tell you a bit more about it. Let me just see. Ooh, I just put it back into the box and all that. Ooh, hit the kitchen sink. He's on the middle. How did I? Oh. I can attach the handlebars too. Yeah, I had it attached to my handlebars the other day. I don't have it all the time on it. But it can attach to your handlebar. You can attach to your helmet. You know the in between your helmet. You can attach to that too. As I say, you can attach to your shoulder when you have a jacket on or something like that. It can attach to here to your chest. Like my other body camera, I much rather my other body camera than that one. Like I have two of these, which is a lot more handier and things like that, for recording the things, which is standard together things. It's always like here, it's always on my chest, you know. Even though I am getting a thing that can be on my shoulder, that's coming soon. But yeah, but it's basically just a body camera too, as I say. It's not really to spy on anybody, of course, or anything like that. It's just to make sure everything's fine and that. As I say, there was an accident once before when I was on the road, and the guards came to me looking for a statement and stuff like that. And basically, I couldn't tell them anything. So at least when I have the camera, God forbid if something like that ever happened again, you know, the guards will have. We can look at this and have the information. Or even people like, as I say, we got 3 people already for littering because I had this on. And we had the evidence right there, basically, to go, because they done it and I was able to see it on the camera. So, you know, it sucks to be them, let's put it that way, because they got a fixed penalty notice of €150, because we were able to get their license plate. So, you know, pretty fog. And obviously too for my personal safety too. But it's not used to spy on anybody, obviously. I'm not going to go into windows and everything like that. But it's not that. But yeah, I just explain what it's for. It's kind of just for. It's for kind of public service, so you may use that. And probably for my own protection too. But you have 2 of these. But they're the ones I kind of would pick more than them ones. There's a lot more simpler. The other one's a bit more bulkier. As a case and stuff like that with it. You know, but it needed to be, because that time when that accident happened, you know, I could basically tell the guard nothing, because I didn't see the car. They were looking for information, because there was a person that died in that car accident, and they were looking for anything that could go on to find out what happened and to see where the car was coming from, what was happening, you know. And the same before, one time there was a car broken into when I was in the town, and I was not too far. I didn't see it happening now, but I was on the other side of the town, and the guards, you know, at one stage I was up near-handed, but I didn't see it happening. At one stage, later on, before they noticed that the person that the car window was broken, before they noticed it, so they were looking for me to see did I see anything, because obviously I would be a reliable witness in the eyes of the law, basically. You know, I wouldn't, you know, I'd be more reliable than the general public, than the only man on the street, basically, because obviously being in the civil authority, you'd be more reliable, you know, and that's the way the kind of law will see it. Even though an only witness still would be great, but you know, generally they would perceive you as more reliable. If you went to court, the judge would basically see you as more reliable than an only person, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it makes any sense, but usually a lot of judges would, you know, would take a word of somebody that's in the local authority or into that. But yeah, it's just basically, I'm not doing it for spying on people into that, you know. You know, it's oftentimes, you know, things like that, but it's basically, as I said, we got 3 people for littering because of this, and we had all the proof there, you know. So yeah. But yeah, and it's just basically for my own protection too, in case God forbid anything happens. So at least if, you know, if I confronted somebody for throwing a bit of litter or something like that, at least they could say, you know, if they made up a lie, like before that, they could say, oh, I hit him with a box and knocked him down and killed him, and then killed his friend or whatever. You know, and now with this, the body camera, I have the body camera on, I'll be able to show them what happened and things like that. So at least you're able to say, you know, look, this is what really happened, I've nothing to hide, you know, this is what happened. And I think that's, you know, that's a good thing. It's, you know, beforehand, you know, it was here, he said, she said, you know, X, Y, Z, but at least now, you know, that it's not that again, as I say, I don't want to spy on people like that. But it's just mainly for my own protection, that's basically it. And obviously there's an SOS feature built into this too. I can put the emergency panic button, I can press. So it's emergency panic button, and that is night vision, and there's heat vision too. It's heat vision to see body heat, heartbeat and stuff like that. So it's very good now, quality. But that's the one I would go for more than that one. But that didn't mean any harm again. I still find some kind of useful. Like I still would find some kind of useful. Oh, the storage is very, very good in them. That one there. Like it's about 100 gigabytes or so. This one here, like this one here, it's not that good now with the storage. The limit that's about 10 gigabytes, 20 gigabytes at most. So, and that one that's about 100 gigabytes. And then I can store it on my computer too. I can download it onto whatever file I need to save. Like that time with them 3 people, when I caught them 3 people for litter in the cow, I was able to put it on my computer, send it off to basically the people above me, basically. To say, look, here's this fixed pending notice, this is the number plate, there's the proof right there. And, they were given the fixed pen, but it has to go to court. I think they have disputed it. But there's nothing really to dispute. When it goes to court, there's nothing really to dispute. Because unless they say, because one time when I did go to court, one time I caught somebody, it basically said somebody stole the car. So because obviously it was fair plain to be seen on the CCTV camera for shop that they threw this stuff out. It was the number plate. We got them because of the number plate, and it was registered in cabin, so they could look and see who registered. And somebody stole a car. But how come you came in the same car to court? You can pretty see how well that went for them. So they had to pay €150 fine. Because they came with the same card. Well, it would be kind of like a little one, yeah. The community one, kind of, in a way. I wouldn't really have the power of a little one, but it would be kind of community one, I suppose you could say. In terms of what it's putting things. But when I'm on the couch and things, I'd be just the only man on the couch. So, like around here would be kind of a community warden at this stage. If that makes any sense, Tony. Because I kind of would be a community warden. Which sounds an idiot at this stage, an idiot. Because I deal with different things and all the time. Yeah. I did enjoy it. I was only there, as I say, I was only there for about an hour at Christmas dinner. Because I just wanted to satisfy them, But no, it was funny that time now, because the car was on the camera. Because I wasn't in court that day, but I was told about it, because we all had a good laugh afterwards. Because it didn't take that we had the evidence, because obviously we don't say to them, we have you on CCTV. Like them people that were caught there, we didn't tell them that we have them on video doing it in their car. They haven't been told. So basically when they go into court, they get a big surprise when they see the car thing coming randomly out of the car, or maybe with the face on. I think one of them has their face on it. Just you can see briefly for a second their face. Because they see, I don't know if they see me on the road or were they blind or whatever. But they basically went past me and then they threw out the stuff right in front of me and the camera picked them up. Throwing it out. So I don't know how they can dispute that, but as I say, that's the unfortunate. That's the only way you can catch these people. It's the unfortunate that has to be like that, but generally too, it's just for my own protection, just to make sure everything is fine, and just basically keep a record to what's happening, like what I'm doing and stuff like that. And some parts we'll put up small clips and things like that. I meant to put up one day, but you never get time. Like even when I got my nail, we got my nail into my healer, that was all on camera because I'm a camera warrior. So it's there too. I have it there and all that. Like with all the process, me going in and everything like that, and me getting the nail and fucking giving out on me when I had the nail stuck into me. So that's why I wouldn't show you, because the language you need to get the Holy Bible out if you hold the language out to give out about the nail that just went through half my foot. But no, because it does take a long time, Tony. Like they do get a fixed pending notice. Like you know what I mean by fixed pending. They get the fine in the post, but they can dispute it. They can go to court with it, and that takes donkey's years. But no, you don't get a bonus. The only bonus is that justice. We catch one basically. The cat dispute. You can really can't dispute it because obviously I don't know how to edit. That kind of stuff around that. We don't have that. But yeah, as I was saying before, that's where the guards should have them too, because if they were dealing with a domestic, take for example, somebody had a knife and was waving it around the town or whatever, and was threatening to stab people or things like that. At least if the man said, "Oh no, I didn't mean, I wasn't going to stab anybody," and him going with the knife trying to kill somebody, and the guards could see it, going towards the guy with a knife, and it's in the middle of the countryside or whatever, and it's he said, she said, there's no evidence basically that he went with a knife up to the guard. There's only the guard saying that he went up with a knife, and then your man saying I didn't, because there's only 2 people there. So at least when you have the body camera, you could say, look, we have the video here. We can see you going up to the guy with a knife and him running away or whatever. So it's a good thing in a way. But again, as I say, the guards might not be the most trustworthy people. Very good, Alan. But as I say, it's not to spy on anybody, right? That's what I'm trying to get across. I don't abuse, what I have, the power I have, whatever. Like, I did one time hand in a recording to the guards, because I did go into the presumption that the person was drunk in the car, because he did go to the other side of the road when I had the camera on. Like, he was driving the other side of the road, but thankfully this was 9:30 at night with not many people. It was dark. It was around November there. November gone by, and it was 9:30. He was driving to the side of the road, but I assumed he was drunk. So I handed it in to the guards. Never heard back from it, but I handed in the record to the guards, and at least if he was drunk or whatever, so in the checked in on it probably. But that's the only times I kind of ever, because all the other recordings after them all get them deleted and just dumped down the memory hole. They know what to be found. Like them 6 recordings, they're the only things I kind of have left, like throughout the year and things, and they're the only people I kind of have shared it to, basically. So yeah. But I will find some use. It won't be for my, here, because obviously I don't need 2 cameras on me. And obviously it's a bit of a nuisance because I keep hitting off it. So I will probably put it on my bike if I'm going around the bike. But it's not really the strongest camera for me. It's not really the ideal one. Foot facing, you mean throwing the stuff out? Usually if you mean foot facing, like me looking at the post and throwing that, usually they're going by me, or it's in the distance and I can see it because I can zoom in. I can zoom in on the camera and the recording and stuff like that. In one case, it was way down the road, but I could still see it because I was zoomed in. Because I could see the thing on the, looking back in the recording, I could see the thing, it was kind of like a McDonald's meal, KFC meal. And you can see it coming out of the window of the car in the distance, and it lying on the road, and it wasn't there beforehand. So, and you could see the license plate from the distance. You can see the model of the car and the make of the car. And then the other 2 were right in front of me, basically. So it couldn't, and one of them, as I say, you could see the person's face who threw it out. And obviously they could plainly see me. That's the thing. Maybe they didn't know I had a camera, but But usually it's always, the 2 cars were heading, I was walking the road, and they were going past me. The other car, it was all going past me. It wasn't never facing me, because obviously nobody wanted to face you. Because obviously you could clearly see into the window screen and things like that. And it wouldn't go too well for them. That's what I. The wheel of the bike. Well, we thought about that, but obviously I don't cycle that much. The last few days I've cycled a good bit because obviously my leg. I've cycled a good bit more than I probably ever did. And then obviously in the bad weather I cycled a lot more too because I have winter tyres. And it was a lot more safer than me walking around. But yeah, it's a possibility maybe something if I do cycle a bit more. But you see in a few weeks' time, I have something to show you then in a few weeks' time. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet. But I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet, so we have to wait and see. But yeah, there's something in the works, I would say. In terms of different things, but it will help out probably a good bit in day-to-day things. In terms of what I'm doing, after work and things like that. It will help out a good bit, a good chunk of the way, I suppose. But again, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet, but we have to wait and see. But it's going to be beneficial, that's what I'm saying. Adrian is one to look at. We have to hear, Sean. Next next year, this time basically, basically last week or so, before Christmas next year, you were here. Say nothing until you hear more, Sean. You ever hear that? Say nothing until you hear more. The Playboys, remember the Playboys in Gatil? No, not Gatil, Wet Hills. The movie in Cavan, based in Cavan. Say nothing until you hear more. Oh, the one of the country too. No, sorry, it was that Playboys. It was the one of the country. It was the one of the country. Say nothing until you hear more. Yeah. Never trust the guard. That time I don't know what they did with the recording totally, because obviously you could tell there was obviously something wrong with the person. But I done the right thing anyway. I handed it in to the guards. Because obviously if that person killed somebody, I would never forgive myself for not handing in the recording of him. Because they probably did send out a fixed pending notice, like for the. Oh, they probably went out to his house or whatever was the story. Because they could clearly see, because obviously there's night vision, it was at night, but they could clearly see the license plate, and I can clearly see it and everything. And it wasn't an Irish registration, it was an English registration, so the PSNI probably had to deal with it. Still at the same time, it was dangerous driving. Did Sandra really have a nice Christmas? Hey, she did, yeah. I assume Michelle, she did have a nice Christmas, I know. Yeah, as I say, Aaron, I wouldn't get your hopes up too much. But as I say, I do my best. That's all I say. That's all I can say to you. But we have to wait and see. That's all I say. So I wouldn't get your hopes up too much. But as I say, but that's all I can do. I can do nothing more than that. As I say, I could ask the teacher, but I highly doubt you have any. If whatever they had, they set off to the shops. I highly doubt they have any left. Adrian Butler logo, but no thank you. So yeah, anything else, anybody? Any other fun happening? But as I say, I show you now in January what I'm talking about. The secret I have to show you. Well, not secret, but I show you. And then make a bit more sense. I'll just take a turn it off for a moment. Ooh. $360. That's the 360. I think you can move it. No, I actually can't. No, sorry. I picked this. Sorry. That's not. No, I thought it was. I forgot it wasn't. Yeah, I've seen them before, but I don't think the necessary on now. And obviously, too, they wouldn't be able to see behind me. It's usually the majority of the time wearing them on my chest. So, Good night, Aaron. You're going. Well, good night. Enjoy the rest of the night. And as I say, I see about what I can do for you. But it won't be, again, it'll be a while before I can see. Be after Christmas before I can see. No, after fucking New Year, sorry. Excuse me, New Christmas. Getting confused now. Joe Biden. A windmill. And yeah, windmill on him. Yeah, even Ryan would love that, wouldn't he, Tony? He'd be all delighted. I have to bring this downstairs now in a while. Be delighted. Always good of you, Tony, to be thinking of the environment. You get a job in the Department of Environment yet, Tony? We have you making windmills around the county. Eamon Ryan you'd be Eamon Ryan's right hand man. Eamon Ryan, you'd be his personal secretary. Wouldn't you love that, Tony? All the money. Imagine all the money. 100,000 euro a year. Actually, more than that. If expenses and all that, Jesus, you'd be living the life of Wiley. You'd be living the life of Wiley. Jesus, Wiley wouldn't even have as good a life as you're going to have if you're going to become Eamon Ryan's personal secretary. Imagine that. All the will moves you could make. Not in that way, obviously. But, imagine all the planning and all that. Imagine being with Eamon Ryan all the time. That'd be an amazing job. Imagine that. Destructing the Irish nation from the inside out. That'd be great. I'm only joking, though. Don't take me serious. I'm being sarcastic. Oh, yeah, Happy New Year! Yeah, Happy New Year to you and your family, Alan. I hope you have a good one. I say you'd probably be here anyway Saturday or tomorrow, and we'll be live anyway tomorrow, regardless of what happens now Saturday. If I'm dead or whatever happens. As one man said to me before I asked him how he was doing, I happened to see him in the town, right? And he was like, I'm still here anyway. And I was like, fair enough. Pretty much what I said to the police, I'm still here anyway. I'm not dead yet. That's basically what I said. But it's the same meaning to it. I'm not dead yet, Fado. It was a good laugh. Man. I see all the councillors were looking forward to me dropping that. That was a good day. It was nice, but I kind of rushed the damn Tony, not gonna lie to you. Because I only had an hour to spare. So I just rushed the damn, and that was about it. We should look at it. It was not bad now. The chicken was nice and the turkey was nice. I should look, we had a bit of jelly and ice cream afterwards, and so we were Bob's work and all that crack. It was nice, and we had the candles and all that lit, and it was all nice and great. And sure, look at, we had a cup of teas and all that crack, and sure, look, it was not bad in the grand scheme of things. Hello, Maria. How are you? How is things with you? How was you? How are you? How was your Christmas? Hope you're keeping well. Hope you had a good one. Well, it's good to know everybody had a good Christmas, because I know I've done a few polls and there was a few people like, fucking I don't like Christmas, I hate Christmas, I want to ban Christmas, we should ban Christmas in this country. That's what some people were saying in the polls. So like, no, I'm not looking forward to Christmas, I hate Christmas, But it's good to see that people, usually people like, oh, it's going to be shit this year, things are going to be shit and all that, and it'll be before the day, right? And then when the day comes, they're like, yes, it's Christmas. I have a day off work and everything, yes. Let's get busy. Not like that, but you know. I told I said it was going to go 1 o'clock. It's nearly 2 o'clock now, but we're going to 2 o'clock, and that's my final offer tonight. Because I will have to get up early in the morning to do some work. Well, it would be early. I usually would be getting up earlier, but I say lie on to 8:30 and then get up and be out the door by 10. Brilliant Christmas. Very good. That's great to hear, Maria. Great. Very, very good. Always good to hear people enjoy Christmas. I had a good one. Very, very good. I will indeed. Yes, I will. I will send you your congratulations. But anyway, anything else? Because we go in 20 minutes time. I know we've been a bit late tonight, but it's about making up for the last few weeks, last few days, not the last few weeks. Not that bad yet. I've not been live. Over the last few days, not been live. Making up for lost time. So I think you'll be sending the CV now, Tony. I'll be winging Eamon Ryan's office now after Christmas. No, after New Year's. And you'll be winging them up and you'll be like, oh, Eamon, I want to be a white hand man. And everyone will be like, yes, Tony, I know you're a good man in the Green Party. You're going to become a member of the Green Party. You're going to live the life of Wiley, Tony. Imagine that 100,000 euro a year. Jesus. And you wouldn't have to do anything. Wouldn't it be great? Jesus, any man would love it. It'd be the life of Wiley. Imagine that, Tony. Like, you should do it just to see what they say. Just be like, Eamon Ryan, I'm your biggest fan. Can I become your right hand man? Like, I can actually see you, Tony, that you become Eamon Ryan's right hand man. Like, you think about that, it'd be a lot better than, because it wouldn't be half 8, like, it wouldn't be early starts in the morning. You'd be literally sleeping halfway through the day, and you look at, you know. Oh no, I don't play with the Lego. I kind of just have them as ornaments. I don't really play with them. Years ago, I used to play with them when I was younger. Yeah, I just kind of have that up there as an ornament and look up at it now and again. And same with the ones over there, I just kind of look up at them. They're kind of just more to me now as ornaments, and just kind of looking at them and just admiring them, you know. They're nice to look at, you know, they are nice to look at. I shall look at. I shall look at. Anyhow. Plan B. Does anybody want to know something? I'm going to actually expose something here now in a second. I'm going to expose something. I enjoyed my dinner. Oh, tonight you mean, or Christmas Day. So that's good if you enjoyed it. Because I say it was good fun anyway with you on Christmas Day now, don't you? I say you were more exciting than your children, to be totally honest. I say there was tea everywhere. Like, I say you had about 5 cups of tea everywhere. No, not 5 cups of tea, but you know, you probably had 9 fucking pots of tea ready to go Christmas morning. You know, you probably had tea ready for Saturday and everything like that. Like, you probably had a big bloody mug of tea for Saturday and bloody about 50 tea bags, 50 buns or something like that. I said poor Saturday couldn't get up the chimney because he was that fat. Did Adrian explode? Do it, Adrian explode? Well, do you want to know something? Well, you know in Carpenter, you know there's a website. And it's called Cameos. You basically can get celebrities to do shout-outs and stuff like that. You pay them to do it. Well, we were taking Calvin then. Now, I'm just going to say this. It kind of not exposed. I kind of used the wrong word. But we were thinking about doing it to some of them, to some celebrities. We didn't do it in the end. But I thought it would have been funny if we done it. You know. But I thought it exposed. I never said it before, but we were planning to do it. But we kind of shelved it, I suppose. Because the reason why, because we estimated that it would have cost another 2,000 to do. If we were going to get the people that were going to do it, you know. But even just for 50 seconds, it would have cost us about to pay them. Like, these would have been influential enough people with millions of followers and things like that. But we decided not to do it. Just a bit of, not really exposed, but just kind of letting you in on a bit of the backroom taking. Because there's a lot of backroom taking that went on Calvin. We had big plans, basically. But we were kind of limited to what we could do in financial terms, if that makes any sense. Like, we couldn't go big, basically. We were big enough. It was nearly 4,000 we spent. But it would have been around 6,000 or 7,000 if we would have went and done that. But it would have been probably a good bit of benefit to the county. But, you know, I just thought I'd mention. I don't know why I thought I'd mention that. But yeah, I don't know why. I just seen something there. I was looking on Twitter. I just seen something about it. About Cameo. Somebody spent I think what was it? On a celebrity. Like, there's some celebrities there that just rob you blind. Like, there's one celebrity here, it says in this report here. He's looking for 10,000 for 15 minutes. 10,000 for a 15-minute video. Actually, not even 15 minutes. Oh no, it's only a 5-minute, what I'm saying. Yeah, it was only 5 minutes of it. I'm going with 15. Why am I going with 15? Oh yeah, the article was posted 15 minutes ago. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. So it was about 5-minute video. Imagine that. You paid 10,000 for a 5-minute video from a celebrity. You know. Damn bad. But yeah, no, but that was a bit of the background taking just the two where I just exposed that for a moment. So what do we think of that exposure? The Twitter fires, the Adrian fires. We're going to do the Adrian files and we're going to release all the Adrian files. We're going to do all the Adrian files. Imagine that. Instead of the Tretter files, we're going to do the Adrian files. But basically not really much in the files apart from Carpenter and stuff like that. Because we already talked about the band list and stuff like that. Then we talked about the financial stuff. That's basically all the files we have. The motorways and things like that. That's basically all the files that we have. There's nothing really else to show. In regards to that. But anyway, I just thought, I don't know why I thought I mentioned. I think I just seen that article. Was like, I might as well just say it now. Because I might never have said it before. Like, I might never say it again. That's probably the only thing. Because I didn't say it before when I was talking about Calvin. I didn't mention it before. Because we had big ideas. We had big ideas on the board. And everything. It was huge amount of things we talked about and things. You know. So anything else? We'll go for another 10 minutes and until 2 o'clock. We were supposed to leave at 1 o'clock and two people kept talking to me and kept distracting me. I tell you, it's a tower. You people are a tower. I'm only Joe. He's a holy Joe. Holy Joe. Holy Joe. Any scandals? Scandals in what sense? We've sucks to be you, Sean. It's 1:48 now. You're a minute behind. But I know we'll post that when it was that time. I'm only joking, but you're wrong. Fake news. You're a threat to our democracy. I'm only joking. That's literally what OT would say. Imagine if you said that to OT. Imagine if you disagree with OT. You said it was that time and it was 1 minute in front. They'd be like, you're disinformation. You know. That's what OT would literally shout about. They might actually put you even on the New Year's thing on OT. They might just give out, because I don't know what they were on about last year. They were giving out about something. Any updates on what? And which and what? In regard to what and which and how? This is a scandal now. My eye doctor. I don't know. -10 coming. Which night? What night? When? The weather. Let's look up the weather. The weather for it. Like, where you a television show and couldn't tell the weather now if the lights depended on. Oh no. Oh no, it's raining. Yes, I know it's fucking raining. The computers tell me it's raining. It's raining. Oh shit. It's raining. How do you not know it's raining? Oh no. Well, yeah. Oh no. Yeah, do you see what's happening in the United States now? Like, if there's anything like that now, we're not. We're down bad. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out myself. I know it's supposed to be coming, but I don't know when. We're down bad. I don't care, Irish Mirror. The Irish Mirror is like, would you like to sign up for our payment monthly? Would you like to support the Irish Mirror monthly? Sunday onwards, oh no. Batter down the Haptions, lad. The Haptions. We're going to be Haptions. Batter down the Haptions, lads. Haptions. The Haptions. There's apparently a new thing for the Haptions. Weather map shows freezing US jets. Yeah, well, it's bad in the US. Like, imagine if it's going to come here now. Oh no. In the metaverse. Oh yeah, imagine that. Oh god, the world's going to blow up. But yeah, but what's happening in America now? Like, you know, inches, hundreds of inches of snow. You know, that's a bit over the top. You know, hundreds. It's always having a bit of snow. You know, but while in some states in America, like literally, it's up on top of the lampposts, like literally up on top of the lights of a lamppost. That's how high it was, and literally above people's houses in some places. You know, that's a bit too much now. That's when you go when you say it's a bit too much. But yeah, with snow might do wow, crazy. But as long as it's not bad as that, like, cause you know that was bad enough. How many inches? Did he put an end in you? I'm not even going to make it say anything. I'm hungry. This time of night. At 2 o'clock in the morning, Tony. Jesus. 2 o'clock. It's only 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm any hungry. I'm hungry at this time. I suppose you don't have work, and I was going to say you probably would. You'd be dying to go to toilet all night. If you had work in the morning, but you're probably off work now. A lot of people are off work now for the next week, which is good. As I say, I'm not back. I thought it was back in the 6th, but it's not the 6th. It's the 9th. I could have sworn it was the 6th, but I could be wrong with it. Aye, it's 1:52 a.m. in the Irish Republic, in the Kingdom of Breffni. Also, we're going to take over Leitrim. We're going to start an insurrection in Leitrim. No, keep them talking. No, don't keep me talking to Tree, because I have to do something now in the morning. I have to do something. Even though I'd be sleeping on just an extra hour now in the morning, just to relax for another while. But I'd be still up at 9 or so. Oh, Theresa Mannion. Get Theresa Mannion out in the snow. Theresa Mannion. Get Theresa Mannion in the show. Because if Theresa Mannion's there, it'd be good fun. We need Theresa Mannion out when that snow comes. Don't make it. No, here, sorry, I couldn't do it justice. Sorry. I actually remember watching the news report the whole day, and I remember just saying, "What the fuck is like the end of the world?" The way she's shouting, you know, like like literally was like the end of the world with her shouting, "Don't make unnecessary journeys." Not if I could find the thing.
Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads.
And don't swim in the sea.
Incredibly, people have been spotted in the water here in Blackrock and Salthill both today and yesterday.
Yeah, see, yeah, I remember watching that now, and just being like, "What the fuck," you know, like, let's be fair, like, put her out as soon as the snow comes, put her out, because it's actually golden. That's the only time RT is actually watered down, when they have things like that happen. Because I say that's the only time anytime anybody watches RT nowadays when the storms come. So I hope Theresa Mannion's outside, so she can all that. But imagine that time was the seas were very bad and things. Imagine going out and swimming in the sea when the seas are literally a hurricane, basically. And you're like, don't swim in the sea. I think anybody would know not to swim in the sea. Anyway, we listen to the Wemex. How about for a few minutes? Just the end off.
Una, I'm coming to you from a very wet, very windy sort of from. The gales are still blowing in off the Atlantic Ocean here. But
I just feel like you're listening to
all about the rain. All about the rain. All about the rain. All about the rain. I'll repeat your voice all day. I'll repeat your voice all day. Gardy, 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 Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. People have been spotted in the water.
Yeah. Exactly, that's what we are. But yeah, we meet Tracy Mannion out there now. Yeah, well, that's Pauk. That's my Pauk. I shut down my computer. Away from my computer, shut down. I'm clicking everything but the thing I want to click. Just give me 1 second. Let me out. Let me out. It's with the now. Yeah, but it's pretty much with the now. It will shut down my computer. Turn this off. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Do you like the frost? No, I don't like the frost. Too cold. Give me 1 second. I think it is time for bed now. I think it is. For a moment, yeah, but pretty much. Anyway, probably it's time for bed now. Leo who? Oh, Leo. Oh, well, Leo, he's out there and something. That's what on me. Just waiting for this computer to shut down. Tis the father at the bed door telling me to go to bed. No, it was just asking to what tea. He's watching the film. I'll probably go down and get myself a cup of tea anyway before I go to bed. He's done watching the film anyway downstairs. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I have the note anyway here on it. I will remember to have it there in front of me and I look at have it there when I look. So we'll be going to town yet anyway, for the moment anyway. So yeah, oh yeah, I heard that. It's sad. One of the greats in football now. There's not many like him. That's all that. So I'll probably go down and get a cup of tea anyway. So he was going to bring me up tea anyway, so I'll go down and get it. Yeah, what my phone's charged. Oh. So yeah, anything else before we go? Oh, I hold that. Yeah, I hold that on. I know about that. I'm aware of that. But yeah, I think that's all. I'll go down and get this tea now. So yeah, just give me 1 second just to do something here. So I'm just tricking around here on the Xbox for a second. So give me a second. But yeah, anything else before we go? Anything else I need to know before we go? You're asking me, Sean. I don't know what to think about him. I could think to be doing anything. So yeah, just turn this off. Go and get the tea and then I go to bed. Well, I don't know really what. I don't really know what to think about. But yeah, like it's crazy too that she kept the job as Minister for Justice. Well, she's obviously in maternity at the moment. But it's a terrible that she kept the job as Minister for Justice. I didn't think she would, but because particularly crime has gone through the roof, you know, in terms of nearly everything. But it's always that's the same with half of the ministers in the government. And all of them are not good. You know, not one of them are not really any good. As I said to you before, I think Hedo's the pick out of the whole lot. Like, I think Hedo's the only one that's actually somewhat decent in the Irish government. Like, decent, semi-decent. But anyway, I think we leave it there. I'll go and get myself this cup of tea now. Because I think he's made it. And he's watching some film and he's watching... What did he say? He was watching 1917 or something. I think he was watching something around 1917. He was watching some war film, he was saying. Because he's down for Christmas too. So, I think he was watching 1917. If I was to know. 1917, something like that, 1918. I think it was World War One film anyway, whatever it was. So, I know he might be going to bed now anyway. So, to get the tea off him anyway, because he was making tea anyway. So yeah, I tip on to bed now. I'll go and get this tea first and then I'll tip on to bed. So yeah, we'll probably be back tomorrow, anyway, regardless. I think anyway, whatever about New Year's, we'll probably be back tomorrow. Don't lose to see. I don't think we will lose it because it's there, Tony. So I think that's what he's watching, and I think it's just over or whatever the way is. Because he was going to make tea, he was asking me did he want to make tea. So I say go down again because I think he's making it already. So yeah, I go and see what he's up to. So yeah, talk to you later. Good night.